Welcome to Baker High Wildcats football. And now, Baker High Wildcats football.
And good evening, everybody, and welcome again to another night of Baker County High School football right here on 97.5 WFBB. Mike Cruz, Jackie Baker, bringing you all the action. Tonight we're live from Bradford County High School, Stark, Florida. Bradford County, the Tornadoes, hosting the Wildcats here tonight on the opening regular season matchup of the 2021 football season. And I couldn't be more excited to be here with you, Jackie, as we get set to open up this 2021 campaign. I know we were on the air last week and we had our kickoff classic, but nothing ever feels like that first one, and this first one is getting set to go.
Yeah, the first regular season game, man, is just something different about it. Same way the coaches were acting on the sideline, the players during warm-ups, and no better place that I like to come and just start the season off with a huge win than right here in Bradford County.
Absolutely. 2 years ago, the Wildcats under head coach Kevin Mays came here against Bradford County. His first head coaching job, or his first head coaching game as the head coach of the Wildcats, that came here 2 years ago. And you'll recall, Jackie, it was the first year that they had installed this brand new AstroTurf and Jumbotron that they've got here in Bradford County. And that night, the Wildcats lost. The first game that Kevin Mays coached for the regular season in 2019, we lost that game by a field goal, 27-24. But last year, they came to our place, and we avenged that loss with a big 33-6 win. And so the last two meetings, anyway, 1-1, Coach Kevin Mays against Bradford County. We'd like to take that to 2-1 tonight to start this year off.
Yeah, I tell you, there's not one team, and I think everybody in Baker County, if you've been around for a while, you understand the rivalry here, the blood rivalry. And Coach Mays, I'll never forget after that game, I think it was the next day, he calls me and he goes, "Hey, you're not going to fire me, are you?" I said, "Not that I know of, Coach." And he had been hyped up so much about beating Stark, he was scared to death after he lost that he'd be run out of town.
Benny Fish made the trip over, and he's hyping up the Wildcat fans here on the visiting sidelines. Jackie, Bradford County a year ago, 6-6 on the season. They went to the state playoffs, and they won the first round, lost the second round. So another playoff team that we see here early in the season from a year ago. But some new personnel. You know, we've been talking about Bradford County. We talked about last week how the Wildcats were 9-3 a year ago, a game away from the state semifinals last year in the playoffs. Wildcats looking to get back to the 5A playoffs again this year, but new personnel on both sides. You know, new quarterback here, Bradford County, he's all the buzz. They're talking about this kid that transferred in from Georgia, Amari Jones, number 1, and they're going to throw the football.
They're going to try to throw the football. I think we got the pieces in place. We talked about it last week, Mike. Yeah, you're right. There's new players all across the board, but that defense, the core of that defense is still there. There's some of them 6-year seniors this year. They must have redshirted their freshman year because they've been around a long time. And those guys they were this close. They could smell it last year, going to a state championship. And those guys want to avenge that loss last year throughout every game this season.
Well, we'll see that Bradford County offense on the field to start the game. The Wildcats won the toss before the game and deferred to the second half. So the Wildcats won the toss, deferred to the second half, so Bradford County will receive. And they will move left to right across your radio dial. Captains tonight for the Wildcats, Jackie, number 2, J-Maud Ruiz, number 3, Toby Kinghorn, number 6, DeHaven Clark, and number 15, Ronnie Ellis. All 4 of those guys seniors, and they start the year as captains here in game number 1.
Yeah, and 3 out of the 4 on the defensive side of the ball. I think Coach Mays understands that unit is a special group this year. Offensively, Noah Ray behind the helm trying to get things going, going to be his second start in his high school career at the varsity level, and looked good last week.
He got to be ready.
He looked good last week, Mike. He threw a couple good passes, ran the ball very effectively. So get him settled in early on, and it could be an exciting night for Wildcat football.
Yeah, you just want to see what changes have been made. Last week we talked about it. You know, the Wildcats had 10 points in the first half, Jackie, but we had other opportunities down in the red zone where we did not come away with points. So that's one of those points of emphasis, and obviously conditioning and penalties. Conditioning shouldn't be a problem here tonight. Right before the game here, we had a little bit of a rain shower that came through, and Jackie's even got a little jacket on there as the wind's blowing in from the south here. It's nice, almost crisp and cool here as we stand above the stadium at Bradford County.
It was beautiful until we got drenched there for about 2.5 minutes.
We'll thank our mascot Kelly Cruz for providing an umbrella during that little rain shower. But hey, we're about ready to get it kicked off here. Bradford County comes out in all red pants and the red jerseys, and the Wildcats all white pants and white jerseys. John, they're going to go a little early here, so we won't take a commercial timeout. We'll just keep it here through the kickoff as the Wildcats getting set to go. Blake Mays has the ball teed off at the 40. And like I said, Bradford will get the ball and move left to right across your radio dial. I wonder how many people actually have a radio dial anymore. Probably don't have a clue what I mean when I say that. Wildcats again, all white tonight. White pants with the white jerseys, trimmed in red numerals with the black helmets. Ball teed up at the 40-yard line. Blake Mays comes to it, and he kicks a high kick, comes end over end down to the 15-yard line, taken there. And the tackle is going to be made right away as the return man tried to get across the 20-yard line, and DeHaven Clark, one of the team captains, comes up and makes a big tackle. Defense on the field first, and Bradford will start at 1st and 10 from their own 21-yard line.
What a great play by DeHaven Clark, all the way from that gunner position on the outside. Return man tried to go opposite field, and DeHaven Clark just runs him down, puts a solid hit at him, and stops him in his tracks at the 22-yard line.
And so, Jackie, we talked about it beforehand. A little bit of a rain shower came through, and you saw the return man that time. A little slip as he caught the football. We'll have to watch that and see how these field conditions play. But beautiful turf field here. Shouldn't have any problems with the turf, but could be a little slippery. 1st down and 10. Jones is going to take it. They're going to run the football straight ahead, and the Wildcats are in the backfield, and there's a fumble on the play. The beanbag came in, and the Wildcats have it.
And just like that, Toby Kinghorn, another captain before the game, absolutely demolished the running back for the Bradford Tornadoes, and he coughed it up. And just like that, the Wildcats are going to take over from the Bradford 21-yard line.
That was Manny Kobe, one of the captains on the field for Bradford County, the running back. He took the ball from Amari Jones and was blasted in the hole. Like you said, there was more than one Wildcat there, but I believe Toby Kinghorn was the lead man. 1st and 10 Wildcats from the 20 of Bradford, and we're going to run it. Jamarian Baker straight ahead, and Baker plows ahead and going to pick up a yard, maybe 2. Not much. Not much there as Bradford County stops the Wildcat offense on the field.
Not much. So in a very big hole there that time for Jamarian Baker. He was able to power his way forward. Actually, it looks like they're going to spot him. They lost a half a yard.
It looked like he had a yard or 2 from here, but he actually, we'll just call it no gain. 2nd down and 10 from right here, just outside the 20-yard line. Baker in the backfield, 4 receivers, 2 left, 2 right. Pass to the right side is going to hit the ground before it gets to the receiver. They tried a little quick hitter over there trying to get the ball to Cam Smith in the slot, and the pass was incomplete.
Yeah, like you said, wet conditions. Football's probably a little wet on that turf. Like it slipped out of Noah Ray's hand that time. Threw it a little low out there to Cam Smith, and so now starting off, Wildcats 3rd and 10.
3rd down and 10. Noah Ray rolls to his left. He's going to fire one out here, and it's incomplete again. Looking for Cam Smith on the sideline. Just a little quick pass to the short side of the field. And the Wildcats just tried to go fast that time and catch Bradford on their heels a little bit. It didn't work, and it's going to be 4th down, and the Cats are going to send in the field goal unit. No, they're going to keep the offense on the field. Blake Mays is on the field, but no, here he comes. They are going to send in the field goal unit. They're going to set the tee up at the 29-yard line on the left hash. Jackie, wind shouldn't be a factor. It's blowing in from the south. If anything, should help a little bit. The snap is back. Kick is on the way, and the kick looks like it's going to be right down the middle. And that's a 39-yard field goal for Blake May. So the Wildcats get the first turnover of the game, and they turn it into points, 3-0.
54 seconds. We've had a possession by each team and 3 points on the board.
All right, John, I'm going to let you take that 1 minute timeout. We'll take 1 minute timeout. You're listening to Wildcat Football on WFBB.
You're listening to Wildcat Football on 97.5 FM WFBB. This radio station is a ministry of Glen Baptist Church in Glen St. Mary, Florida. We're blessed to air Baker County Wildcat Football live each week, and it's our hope that you enjoy the program. We know that life is busy, work, school, football, running errands around, but in the midst of the busyness, we all need a church home that brings the stability upon which you can build your life. If you're looking for a church home where you can grow in Christ and community, we would love to invite you to worship with us every Sunday morning at 10:30 a.m. Check us out on our website at glenbaptist.org or on Facebook, where you can access church info and content and even watch worship services. At Glen, you get dynamic music, gospel-centered expository preaching, and a wonderful faith community. Come grow with us.
And we welcome you back here. Just about a minute gone in the first quarter. Wildcats lead at 3-0. Bradford County with the ball at the 20-yard line. Blake Mays kicked the touchback into the end zone. The Wildcats are going to rush the quarterback here. Jones is under pressure. He's going to fire one out there and find a receiver after he was almost sacked back at the goal line. Jones just scrambled around, made a play, found a receiver over there, and picks up about 9 yards.
Oh, we had our hands on him, Mike. He's going back to pick up his towel that he dropped at the 4-yard line where a Wildcat defender thought he was going to bring him down for a huge loss there, and Jones was able to escape, made a good play there, and picked up a first down.
Bryce Kazmierzak, number 45, was one of the Wildcats that had a chance to get him back there, but he was able to get away. Keep an eye on Jones. They gave him a first down. They gave him the 30-yard line, which was surprising. They're going to throw the football again. Camilo Rollins flushes him out of the pocket, and this time we're going to get a sack. Rollins flushed him out to the right side. Kazmierzak comes over and gets the sack.
And that time they did. A host of Wildcats there grab a hold of him. I thought he was going to escape that time. Mike Jones, very shifty back there in the pocket, able to make a couple guys miss.
Second down, call it 12, loss of 2 on the sack. Jones in the backfield. He's got his feature back with him. Number 28, that's Covey. 3 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Jones calls for the ball, rolls to his right. He's under pressure. Looked like holding on the play, and the Wildcats don't get the call, and a reception is going to be made out near the 45-yard line. Number 13, Orlando Holland, was coming off the end, and I saw that jersey pull. Did you see it, Jackie?
Yeah, Orlando Holland had a shot that time. And listen, when the quarterback's rolling to the side of Orlando Holland and all you see is jersey getting pulled and he can't escape that, that's a call that's got to be made.
Right now, those Bradford receivers are getting lost a little bit in the secondary. They pick up another first down. First down and 10 out to the 46-yard line. Right in front of us here on the Wildcat sideline. Jones straight drop to throw, and he fires it across the middle. He had another receiver inside Wildcat territory, but that ball hit him in the worst possible place it could. Right in the hand. Right in the hand. Incomplete.
I'm going to tell you this, Mike. They ran the ball one time. We forced a fumble. We got 3 points off of that turnover, and now they have thrown the ball every play since.
Every play, that's right. They're going to line it up at their own 46-yard line, right in front of the Wildcat bench here. 2 receivers to the left, 2 to the right. Back in the backfield's Covey with Jones. Jones in the shotgun. Toby Kinghorn comes up to the line showing blitz. So does Kazmierzak. Here come the Wildcats. They get a hit on Jones, but he gets the reception out to the right side, and they're going to get into Wildcat territory. Wildcats hitting hard, but the pass completion was made and a first down for Bradford.
And that time, Coach Brock Canada, defensive coordinator, elected to bring some pressure, and we got pressure. Kazmierzak and Toby Kinghorn right in the face of Jones, but he delivers to his running back right out of the backfield and picks up another first down.
3 first downs on this possession for Bradford County after they fumbled on their opening possession. Now at Wildcat territory down to the 42-yard line. Jones goes to the gun. Rolls to his left. He's under pressure again, and he's going to fire out there, and it's almost intercepted. Ronnie Ellis had a bead on the ball, and it hit Ronnie Ellis in the hands and goes out of bounds. It'll be second down.
Oh, man, he had a little zip on that one. That's why Ronnie Ellis plays the defensive side of the ball right in the hands. But what a great defensive play by number 15.
Well, the good thing, the good news for what the Wildcat defense is doing so far, Jones is running for his life. He doesn't have any time to stand and set his feet and throw the football. He's throwing everything on the run. Like I said, though, he's had a couple of receivers get lost, so they're just going to have to clean up some secondary things here.
Well, when we flush him out of the pocket, these defensive backs are getting their eyes caught in the backfield thinking he's going to run, and those guys are just flipping out and finding open spaces in the zone.
About to get a delay of game here if they don't hurry, and they are asking to reset the clock. Wow. Second down 10. Here we go from the Wildcat 42. Wildcats show blitz again, and they're coming. They bring the house. He's going to fire one underneath, and he's got a receiver again, and he shakes a man at the 32, and he's going to be down to the 25. Once again, Amari Jones under heavy pressure, and he finds a man at the last possible moment, and they get another first down.
So at this point, from the looks of it, we've been in this zone defense right here. With the amount of time that Jones has to throw the ball, which isn't much at all, I think you got to go man defense right here and try to force something.
All the way down to the 26-yard line. 4 first downs on this possession for Bradford, all through the air. They fumbled the ball on their first play of the game that led to 3 Wildcat points. Since then, everything's been passed. First down and 10. Here we go. No pressure this time. He fires one across the middle. It's going to be incomplete. Good play by the Wildcats secondary. The ball a little bit high, maybe for the receiver. It's incomplete. It'll be second down.
Even Clark that time in coverage, and looks like that's what Coach Kennedy elected to do. Even following him all the way across the field from his safety position makes a good play that time.
Incomplete pass, Jackie, and the clock's running. Wonder why.
Wow.
Gee whiz. Early season. First game. Second down and 10 from the Wildcat 26. Jones going to hand it off to Covey this time, and he picked the backfield, and he got free, and Covey is going to be inside the 10 to the 5 and scores the touchdown. He bounced off 3 Wildcat tacklers in the backfield. As they had him, I thought, wrapped up. He comes out of there and goes 26 yards for the Bradford score.
You're absolutely right. They had him, Mike. They had him in the backfield for what looked to be a 1-yard loss, and 3 or 4 Wildcats had their hands on him, and he, like you said, just bounces it off, and there was nobody left to make the tackle. The whole team had their hands on him in the backfield.
They did, and he got away, and then ran away from the Wildcats. Tough guy to tackle, apparently, because the Wildcat had him inside the 10, and he carried him into the end zone. That's much different than their first running attempt. They fumbled the ball on their first running attempt, and the second one goes for a touchdown. The Wildcats are going to get in there and block the extra point. Bryce Kazmierzak, we called his name several times tonight. And Kaz, we'll just call him Kaz. Kaz gets in there, blocks the extra point, and it's going to be a 6-3 Bradford lead. Let's take a 30-second timeout. Wildcats will get the ball when we return. You're listening to Wildcat Football right here on WFBB 97.5.
Have you ever thought about cleaning out your garage or wonder what you need to do with all those aluminum cans or scrap metal you've got laying around in the backyard? Well, look no further. You just need to load it up and head to American Recycling. Tim Hughes owns and operates American Recycling on Woodlawn Road in McClenny, Florida. They're open Monday through Friday, 9 a.m. to 5 p.m., and on the second and fourth Saturdays of every month from 9 a.m. to noon. Stop by and see Tim and maybe even cash in on that stuff you've got laying around. Tim and American Recycling say, go Wildcat.
Wildcats stand deep to return the kick here on the south side of the stadium. High kick going to come down around the 25, and the Wildcat couldn't get going there as looked like he came up to get the kickoff and just kind of tripped. That was J-Mod Ruiz that came up to return it, but we'll start from the 25.
Yeah, J-Mod, like you were talking about earlier, the Bradford return man just seemed to slip there as he got the ball on that turf. So now let's see if this Wildcat offense, a chance earlier from the Bradford 21-yard line, was set up nicely by the Wildcat defense, and we're able to get 3 points out of it. See if we can move the ball here.
Had a lot of folks asking me, Jackie, so let all your friends know to get the game. You can listen in on 97.5 FM in McClenny, or you can go to TuneIn, the TuneIn app, and get the game at WFBB, or here comes Jamarian Baker on the carry, first down play, coming to the left side, trying to get around the corner. Might pick up about 2 yards, make it 2nd down and 8. You can also get the game if you go to the Glen Baptist Facebook page or the WFBB Facebook page. You can find the link to listen in there. So let all your folks know you can listen in that way. And as we go through the night, we'll thank some of the sponsors that help make it possible. And, of course, my man John Meadows back at the station. 2nd down play, 2nd down. They're going to run a little option play to J-Mod Lewis to the right side. Lewis is free. 50, 45, 40, 35, 40. Nobody's going to catch him. 10-5, touchdown. And that time they use the speed. They get outside to the right, the strong side of the field. And the Wildcats have answered the tornado touchdown.
J-Mod Lewis, man, maybe it is that post, but, man, he looks fast right there. Fastest man on the field, Mike. J-Mod Lewis takes the option pitch from Noah Ray, and nobody was catching him.
From the 28-yard line, so that would be, from the 27-yard line. A 73-yard touchdown run to J-Mod Lewis to put the Wildcats back on top. 9-6 here with the extra point on the way. Blake Mays kicks it down the middle, and it's good. The Wildcats up 10-6 now after the J-Mod Lewis 73-yard touchdown run. Little option play to the right side, and once he got past the initial line of defenders, Jackie, like you said, he cooked everybody.
It wasn't even close. He was running away from people.
And, I mean, when he hit the 50-yard line, you knew it was a touchdown. There was nobody within 10 yards when he got to the goal line. J-Mod Lewis showing the speed. Man, a lot of action here to start the game. Bradford County started with the football to start the game. The Wildcats won the toss, deferred to the second half, so we will get the ball to start the second half. They fumbled on the first play of the game. Toby Kinghorn causing the fumble, and the Wildcats converted that into a field goal, 39 yards, and now add a touchdown. Bradford County got a touchdown on their second possession, so it's a 10-6 ball game. High kickoff comes down to the 5-yard line. Return man goes straight up the field. He's across the 20 and out across the 30-yard line. And he's going to make it all the way out near the 37-yard line before he's brought down, and it'll be 1st down and 10 from there.
I'll tell you what, special teams is getting a little chippy out there, Mike. I see bodies flying everywhere and guys talking trash. What would a good rivalry game be without a little trash talk, Mike?
Well, the referee looked at Orlando Holland and pointed him to the sideline, and Orlando said, "I'm on defense. I'm staying out here." And the referee just kind of walked away. My goodness.
Let's see if we get something figured out here in this secondary, Mike. Jones doing a good job picking us apart.
6:51 to go, first quarter. 10-6, the Wildcats on top here. Might be a shootout on the opening night of 2021 football season here. Glad you're listening in. If you're along, Jones in the shotgun. 4 receiver set again. He dropped the football. He's going to be sacked. Kaz again. Kaz has been in the backfield all night long. This time, since he dropped the snap, Kaz was able to get back there and corral Jones for a huge sack on 1st down.
And I'll tell you, all that pressure, it felt like Jones tried to get out of there a little quick. You know, he had the ball coming, didn't wait on it to get to him, trying to run for his life. And that time, Kaz able to wrap him up for a huge loss there on 1st down.
A loss of about 12 yards on the sack. 2nd down and call it 22 now. 2 receivers right, 2 to the left. They run the same formation, or they have run the same formation basically the entire half. Jones is going to scramble out of there this time, and we'll run him out of bounds across the 35-yard line. He picks up most of the yardage he lost on the sack, but it will be a long 3rd down.
Yeah, 3rd and about 11 here, and that time looked like Kaz and Rollins and Toby Kinghorn from those linebacker spots just dropped into coverage, kind of spying on Jones a little bit. What you'd like to see there is that defensive front. We get a situation like that to get a little pressure on Jones.
Mid-quarter timeout here, and comes right at the 6-minute mark. And Jackie, we'll just keep it here during the mid-quarter timeout. But that gives me a moment to thank the folks at Glen Baptist Church. You heard the opening commercial that we ran, or not a commercial, but more of a message from 97.5 WFBB. Glen Baptist Church is a ministry. This radio station is a ministry of Glen Baptist Church, and we appreciate all the efforts that they continue to do with the station. So if you're just driving around McClenny, Florida, and you want to drop it on 97.5 FM, just leave it there. All during the week, you can hear good Christian music on the station, and John Meadows keeps that playlist hopping, and on Friday nights, you can hear us here on the game.
Yeah, John, man, we appreciate him so much. I've said it before, and I'll say it every year. The folks at home, you have a chance to turn us off. So when we start getting on your nerves, you just turn it off. You don't have to listen. John Meadows has to listen to us for 10 minutes before the kickoff all the way to the post game.
Well, it's really not that bad.
Third down, 11. Amari Jones in the shotgun. This time they split three receivers to the right side of the field. One to the left. Owen to the right. Orlando Holland got him. And he pulls him down. Orlando Holland had him by the shirt and got him down. And a big sack for the Cats. Got 2 sacks on this possession.
They've been expecting big things out of Orlando Holland this year, and that's why right there, Mike, he's lean and fast from that defensive end position, and that time grabs a hold of Jones and slings him to the dirt.
Nice job. 2 sacks on that possession for the Cats. And they push them all the way back to the 25-yard line with that sack. They started at the 37, so 2 12-yard losses, really, on 2 sack plays. Nice job by the defense. J-Mod Ruiz going to stand at our 40-yard line to return the punt. 5 minutes to go, first quarter. 10-6, the Wildcats lead. Punter stands back around the 15. He's going to be pressured. He's going to have to run it, and he's not going to get enough yardage for the first down. He had a high snap, and the Wildcats were about to block it.
Kaz again, Mike. Kaz is all in the backfield. He's living back there. He and Orlando Holland that time collapsed on the punter, and the punter got scared and pulled it down and tried to run for it.
Yeah, you can't get big eyes as a punter. You got to compose yourself and pull it down and go ahead and kick it. And if he would have done that, he could have gotten it off. But the Wildcats, plenty of pressure on him. He only picks up about maybe 5 yards. And the ball's at the 28-yard line where the Cats will take it over again. First down and 10 from the 28 of the Tornadoes. Noah Ray takes the snap. He's going to give it to Jamarian Baker. No, he keeps it himself and tries to run to the right. A little read play that time and maybe a yard on the play.
And he had room, Mike. He slipped. Noah Ray slips that time. So I'll tell you, that turf, yeah, maybe it stays dry, but it'll slick out there.
Second down, they gave him 2 on the play. Second down and 8 from the 26. Noah Ray going to fire one out to the left side. He's got Baker on the catch. Jamarian Baker inside the 20 and fights his way down to the 16-yard line, and a first down for the Cat offense.
Good play that time. Just a little swing pass out there to Jamarian Baker. Noah Ray puts it on the money, and the Wildcat offense is moving.
Should be a first down here. They started at the 28 and get it all the way to the 16, and
Bradford called a timeout.
Bradford's going to call a timeout. 4:30 to go in the first quarter. We'll take a 30-second timeout with them. Wildcats on top 10-6. You're listening to Wildcat Football on WFBB.
Hi, this is Larry Birkins of Birkins Chevrolet in McClenny. It is truly an honor to help make these Wildcat radio broadcasts possible. Birkins Chevrolet with sales and service 6 days a week. Cars, trucks, SUVs, certified used cars. We help customers establish or reestablish credit. Thank you, Wildcat fans. From Larry Birkins at Birkins Chevrolet, US 90 in the heart of McClenny.
Online at BirkinsChevy.com.
Wildcats have a first down and 10 from the Bradford County 16-yard line. Noah Ray in the shotgun. Going to give it to Jamarian Baker, and Jamarian Baker's got a hole and a crease down to the 11-yard line, fighting his way. Good yardage on the first down play.
That's a great first down play by Jamarian Baker. Just right up the gut. He sees the hole, plants the foot, and goes.
5-yard gain down to the 11. We'll call it second down and 5, maybe 5.5. Noah Ray takes the snap, drops it for a second, had to regain his footing, and Noah Ray able to hold on to the football, but that was scary.
Man, had a carrier right there. First and second 5. Now drop snap there. They're going to bring up a 3rd and 9, and it's starting to drizzle again, Mike. So,
yeah, just as we thought maybe the rain was gone, now starting to drizzle again a little bit. 3rd down play. Ray drops straight back. We got a screen play set up. Jamarian Baker catches it. He's inside the 5, and he fumbles the football through the end zone. Let's see who recovered it. It's going to be Bradford County recovered it in the end zone, I'm afraid.
Oh, my goodness.
As he was going across the goal line, it looked like Jamarian Baker fumbled the football from behind. I couldn't tell if he had broken the plane at the time or not. And Bradford County is claiming that they recovered it, and it's a touchback. Wow. Baker was going into the end zone.
He was going into the end zone. He had one man to beat, tried to power through. Oh, man.
That's a tough one to take. And here's the thing. From here, from our angle, I couldn't tell if he had gotten across the plane or not. If he gets across the plane with the football, it's a touchdown. But couldn't tell from here. I can't even comment on it. But you definitely saw the fumble pop out. Bradford County recovers in the end zone, and they'll get a touchback to the 20-yard line.
Oh, my goodness. What a roller coaster of emotion.
That was going to be huge. It would have been a 17-6 Wildcat lead. Now, instead, it's 10-6, and the defense back on the field. 1st down and 10 from the 20-yard line. Jones back in there. He's running to his left. Drilled, and the football comes out, and we get it right back. He was drilled from the backside.
Toby Kinghorn again causes the second fumble of the night, Mike.
35 for the Cats is Caleb Tressler, and Caleb Tressler falls on the football, and the Wildcats get the turnover back.
And just like that, Coach Mays and Jamarian Baker came off the field, gave him a fist bump, said plenty of game left. And just 20 seconds later, he's back out on the field.
2 turnovers caused by the Wildcat defense in the first quarter, both by Toby Kinghorn. And the Cats now again with the football, 1st and 10, inside Bradford territory. We gave it away a moment ago on our turnover. Now we've got a chance to get it back. Defense playing lights out here in the first quarter.
Oh, my goodness.
3:24 to go in the quarter. Cats back on the field from the 20-yard line. Cats going to give the ball straight ahead. This is Cam Smith, and Cam Smith's going to get dragged down from behind on a horse collar tackle, and that'll be a personal foul after he picked up 8 yards. So we should have a 1st and goal inside the 5-yard line here.
Cam Smith, just a different pace than Jamarian Baker. And when Cam Smith sees a crease, he's going, and the defensive end did everything he could do. And horse collar Cam Smith, so we're going to get half the distance here. So we're going to be well inside the 10-yard line. This Wildcat offense knocking on the door again.
Yeah, Cam Smith went 8 yards to the 12-yard line, Jackie. He was pulled down from behind the horse collar tackle, and they'll set it up at the 6-yard line. 1st down and goal from the 6. 1st down and goal.
Oh, we're getting the play from the sideline.
Ray takes the snap. He gives it to Cam Smith, and Cam Smith goes straight through the middle. And did he cross the plane? They're going to mark him down at the 1-yard line. No, they're going to give him the touchdown. 6-yard touchdown run for Cam Smith. And the Wildcats, after we turn one over, we get the turnover back, put it in the end zone from 20 out.
What a great series for Cam Smith right there. 2 carries, able to punch it into the end zone after the horse collar gave him half the distance down to the 6. And Cam, you called it, Mike, right up the middle. Able to score with ease there. The offensive line doing exactly what they're supposed to do.
And just a different look there because Jamarian Baker is much more of a plotter. He's a big back. He's a guy that can run you over. Big back, a guy that, you know, he's gonna wear on some defensive guys. But when you put Cam in there, he showed a different side of speed, and I tell you what, you see that difference, and I think Bradford County defense wasn't prepared for it.
No, absolutely not. They're used to, like you said, Jamarian Baker getting the majority of the carries there in those 2 and 3 series to start the game, and he's just a bruiser, man. He's going to lower his pads and try to hit you. Cam Smith, he's going to try to get away from me, and 9 times out of 10 he's going to.
Blake Mays is perfect tonight. He had a 39-yard field goal to open up the scoring, and now he's got the second extra point of the night. So 2 for 2 on point after tries and 1 for 1 on field goals. And the Cats have opened up a 17-6 lead here.
I tell you, I was with you, Mike. I thought this was going to be a shootout there for a second. And now the Bradford County coach is on the field, on the numbers. What is he doing?
He's not happy. There's nothing that the officials are doing that would cause this. Blake Mays is going to make his first mistake, but the Bradford County return man bailed him out, picked it up, and he's going to run it across the field, across the 30, and be upended across the way around the 35-yard line. I was going to say his first mistake of the night. It looked like that kick was going out of bounds, but the Bradford County return man came up and grabbed it, but he gets a good return across the way out to the 36-yard line.
I'm not sure if that wasn't a called type. You know, a lot of times they call those zones, but you're right, it was going out of bounds. And then for a second when I did see the Bradford return man, I thought he was going to hit it and maybe get past him. But makes a good play, and Bradford's going to start with good field position here on their own 36-yard line.
A lot of action here in the first quarter on the opening night, 2021 high school football season. Cats digging in on defense. Again, they lead the ball game 17-6 right now. Jones takes the snap. They're going to try to run it straight ahead. Cortez is running left side. He's going nowhere. Cortez might have gotten back to the line of scrimmage. He didn't get anything that time. They tried to run off left tackle. It'll be second and long.
Nothing doing that time, and I'll tell you what Jones did do. There was no decision. That was supposed to be a read, and he was giving it the whole way. He's tired of getting beat up back there by these Wildcat linebackers.
Second down, call it 9 from the 37-yard line. Wildcats dig in on D. 2 minutes to go, first quarter. 3 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. 1 back in the backfield for Jones. He calls for the ball, takes a snap, looks downfield, going to fire one across the middle, and it's going to be picked off. DeHaven Clark picks it off after the receiver missed it, and a good block behind him, and the referee is going to throw a flag on that block. Orlando Holland got a great block behind the play, and they're going to throw a flag on a block in the back on Orlando Holland, but that was not a block in the back. You saw it from here all day. The play was across the middle. The receiver had the ball, hit him in the hands. It tipped up in the air, the old tip drill play. DeHaven Clark ran it down, got the interception, and as he was coming upfield, Orlando Holland got a great block, and they threw a flag on him.
That's a terrible call. I'm telling you right now, Mike, we all saw it plain as day. Terrible call that time against the Wildcats. Orlando Holland with a good block to spring DeHaven Clark. Ronnie Ellis was in great coverage on that play. Receiver tips out of his hands, and DeHaven Clark's there at a safety position. Right over the shoulder, son. Nice pick by DeHaven Clark. The Wildcats are going to take over with 1:54 left in the first quarter, up 17-6. But that penalty is going to push them back to their own 20-yard line.
Well, here's the bad thing about that penalty, Jackie. I'm not sure if he called block in the back or if he called hit on a defenseless player. And that's just football. I mean, Orlando Holland turned around and made a great play. And so it wasn't a block in the back. They called it on the fact that he hit a defenseless player, which is this is just a bad call.
If he doesn't make that block, that player makes the tackle.
Exactly.
That's not a defenseless player. That's a terrible call. And that time, nowhere, he throws it out to Cam Smith. Incomplete pass on first down. Stops the clock with 1:39 left in the first quarter.
But that interception by DeHaven Clark marks the third turnover for this Wildcat defense here in the first quarter. We've gotten 2 fumbles from Bradford County and now an interception again for DeHaven Clark. And so that's 3 turnovers that our defense has gotten here in the first quarter, Jackie.
3 turnovers. My goodness, those guys came to play, and 2 of them on fumbles that weren't just drop fumbles. I mean, Toby Kinghorn out there laying the wood to him.
And we get helped out here. The incompletion doesn't count because of a offsides on Bradford County. We're going to run a little reverse play to J-Mod Ruiz. And J-Mod Ruiz might have just gotten hit harder than I've seen anybody get hit in a long time. But he gets back up to his feet here, close to the first down. J-Mod Ruiz, they're going to have to come tend to J-Mod. That was a vicious hit, Jackie.
Yeah, that one was bad. That one, they're going to need to get him. He's walking. He doesn't know where he's at.
No, J-Mod got that you hate to see that, but for the Bradford County player, that was a great hit. It was a great football hit. There was nothing illegal about it, but he just got J-Mod, and J-Mod wasn't even looking, and he's I don't know if maybe the breath knocked out of him, Jack. It looked like he might be trying to catch his breath.
Yeah, I'm not sure what exactly happened. I mean, he's up walking around.
And he picked up the first down. So that was a little inside, almost like a little inside option play that time. And he kind of tossed it inside to J-Mod Ruiz. He goes around the right end. What we didn't tell you, the first play was an incompletion to Cam Smith, but that was nullified by a 5-yard penalty that Bradford County had. So we had a 1st and 5. J-Mod Ruiz takes it around the right end. He gets hit hard, but picked up the first down, and it'll be 1st and 10 for the Cats out to the 32. J-Mod looks okay. I'm telling you, Jack, he might have just knocked the wind out of him.
Yeah, he was up walking around the whole time.
He's talking to the trainer on the sideline with Coach Hank Farmer over here on the Wildcat sideline. 1:28 to go in the first quarter, and, man, it's been a hard-hitting ball game.
There's no doubt about it. No doubt about it. I thought J-Mod had a crease there. And one guy kind of came down on him, and then when he went to make a move, it was all over but the crying with. But he does pick up the first down and keeps this Wildcat drive alive with 1:28 left to go in the first quarter, and the Wildcats looking to add on.
1st down and 10, Cats from the 31-yard line. Noah Ray in the shotgun. Ray's going to give it straight ahead, and a burst of speed that looks like Cam Smith, and he's got it all the way out across the 45-yard line to the 46, a 15-yard gain on 1st down for Cam Smith. And you can tell the speed difference when Cam Smith's got the football.
Yeah, and very hard to bring down, Mike. Cortez for the Bradford Tornadoes, they think he's hard to tackle. Cam Smith, no slouch.
1st and 10 now, Cats from the 45. Going to toss one out here to the left side. Jamarian Baker's got a catch. He turns it upfield and gets close to midfield. A gain of maybe 5 yards on 1st down.
Now this Wildcat offense trying to hurry up and go. Going to see if they can catch Bradford County on their heels right here, getting lined back up. They're going to run it again. Coach Mays wanting to go fast.
1 minute to go here in the first quarter. Wildcats on top, 17-6. Noah Ray sends a man in motion. That's Cam Smith. Jamarian Baker's going to run it straight ahead. Baker's got a crease, and he's going to be down inside the Tornado 45-yard line for another Wildcat first down. That'll stop the clock.
Stop the clock, 44 seconds left. But Coach Mays electing to keep going. He's ready to go. They're lined back up, got the next play in.
Good patient run by Jamarian Baker that time. He just kind of picked his way through there, got 7 yards. First down play, fire it left side. Catch made on the left side, and another nice job on 1st down by the Cats as the feet just keep turning, and running down the sideline for another 1st down is Joshua Holmes, number 28.
Josh Holmes with a great run that time. Just a little wide receiver screen, just kind of threw it right out to him on the snap. Josh Holmes does the rest, turning those legs.
1st down now, Cats, 28 seconds to go in the quarter, trying to add to the lead. The Cats are on top 17-6 here early. Nearing the end of the first quarter. A lot of action in this first quarter of ball here tonight. Noah Ray is under pressure, and he's going to be drilled from the blind side. And Noah Ray is going to fumble the football. And just like that, we've got our 5th turnover of the first quarter.
I think the Wildcats were able to recover, luckily.
We did. 79 got it back for the Cats. Big 79. Tate Johnson over there came back, cleaned up the fumble, but my goodness, that was close to another turnover.
Yeah, defensive end just came unblocked that time. And now, if you're Coach Mays, I think you want to take it to the end of the quarter here with 10 seconds left.
Yeah, that's a 10-yard loss on the sack play, and Ray never saw him. He came from the right side and just never saw coming off the end and got hit, fumbled the football. We were able to keep it, fortunately. But, Jackie, that is the end of the first quarter where we saw 4 turnovers between the two teams, 3 by the Bradford Tornadoes and 1 for the Wildcats, and added up 23 points scored in the first quarter. Luckily, 17 of those were for the Wildcats.
Yeah, sloppy at times with that Wildcat defense. My goodness, they came to play tonight. It looked like on the first offensive or the second offensive series for Bradford, we caused a fumble on the first play of the game. But the second offensive series, they were able to kind of pick us apart, got inside into the red zone, and Cortez for the Bradford Tornadoes was able to make a play and score easily. And I thought we were going to be in for a shootout, but then that defense has settled in since then and not allowed Jones to scramble anywhere and better coverage in the secondary.
As we head to the second quarter, the Wildcats lead at 17-6. We'll take a 30-second timeout. You're listening to Wildcat Football on WFBB.
Baker County Farm Bureau wants to wish the Baker County Wildcats much success this football season. Baker County Farm Bureau, specializing in auto insurance, homeowners insurance, along with life insurance. To get started with Farm Bureau, contact Jack Baker or Justin Webb at 259-6332. That's 259-6332.
And we welcome you back here to Bradford County High School. Side of tonight's opening season time. Going to get a loss on the play of a couple of yards back to the 45-yard line. Nothing doing that time, and it'll be 3rd down and 25 now for the Cats.
Yeah, not where you want to be. Wildcat offense looked like they were moving the ball at will, and then one bad play might miss the assignment on the offensive line. Noah Ray fumbles the football and puts them way behind the chain.
We've thrown the screen a couple of times. Let's see if we go back to it. 3rd down play, flag down before the play, and it's going to be a false start on the Cats. So instead of 3rd and 25, we'll have a 3rd down and 30. But, Jackie, as we start the second quarter, the Wildcats have the 17-6 lead, and they have the football. So far, so good. The Cats, a lot of action in this ball game, and if you stay tuned for our halftime show tonight, we'll talk about all that stuff. But good action-packed football game here on a Friday night to start the season.
The good thing about it is I think we have a 3rd and 30 play.
Let's hope. We need to get all the way down to the 23-yard line for a 1st down. And we're just going to hand it off to Baker, and Baker's going to swing to his left, and Baker's going to be tackled there. So the Cats will live to play another day here and pump this one away from midfield.
Yeah, nothing doing that time on the give to Jamari and Baker. But the way your defense is playing right now, listen, you don't want to give Bradford any sliver of hope, but the way your defense is playing, I'd be okay putting it on their back right here, see if we can pin Bradford deep. Let your defense do what they've been doing in the first quarter.
The ball's at the 48-yard line. The Bradford return men, they've got 2 guys back to return the punt. They both stand around the 15-yard line, so Wildcats will try to pin them back here, but they do send 2 return guys back, standing at the 15. The punt is a high one. It's going to be, takes a Wildcat roll right around the 25-yard line. It's going to roll inside the 20 down to the 19, so not bad. The Wildcats punt goes to the 19-yard line, about a 30-yard punt. It'll be 1st and 10 from there.
Yeah, not bad, but not great. Low snap on that punt, so he felt like he had to rush it a little bit and didn't get all of that one.
17-6, the Wildcats lead here over Bradford County on the road to start the season. We went to Lake Butler last week for the Kickoff Classic, 2nd week in a row here on the road to start the year, but first regular season ball game here against the Tornadoes. 1st down and 10 now, Bradford. They've got 1 touchdown, but the Wildcat defense has been in the backfield with quarterback Jones all night long. 1st and 10 from the 19. Jones takes the snap. They're going to try to run the football to the right side, and Cortez is going to get a yard, maybe 2, up to around the 21-yard line, and it'll be 2nd down and 9.
Camilo Rollins in on the play. Hadn't said his name a whole lot, but haven't had to. Kaz and Toby Kinghorn in the backfield a lot. Camilo Rollins more just a spy on Jones, waiting on him to break contain.
Well, and Camilo's been there too, Jackie, but they've run away from him. They probably saw some film from last week, and they've kind of moved the quarterback away from where Camilo is, but ran him right into Kaz. 2nd down and 9. Jones in the shotgun, sends a man in motion. They're going to flare one out here, a little screen pass, and they're going to catch it. The Wildcats are going to make a good defensive play from behind. Again, Orlando Holland comes from behind and makes the tackle, and it'll be a loss of 1 on the play to make it 3rd and 10. Holland looks like he might be shaken.
Yeah, Holland gets up. Maybe a stinger there, but he was getting held on the play. You can see his shoulder pad, where his jersey got ripped off of him and still able to make the tackle.
3rd down and 10 now. 3rd down and call it 10. A long 9 coming up for Bradford County. Jones in the shotgun. He's got Cortez in the backfield. 2 receivers to the left, 2 to the right. Hard count by the quarterback. Tries to get the Wildcats to jump off sides, and we're going to get a whistle before the play. False start.
I felt like their receivers, they called that on Cam Smith earlier for us. I thought their receivers had been doing it all night, and that time we finally get the call. The slot guy leaves about a half second early every play.
I noticed one time, like you say, that looks like their slot guy kind of takes off a half step early from the play. Caught him that time. It'll be 3rd down, and after the penalty, 13 or 14. 3rd and 14 coming up for Bradford.
3rd and 14, and so if we can get a good big stop here, do exactly what that punt was intended to do.
Amari Jones goes to the shotgun here. Wildcats creeping up on the line. They're going to try to run the football straight ahead, and he's not going to get near enough for the 1st down. Picked up about 4 yards straight up the gut, and they'll have to punt it away.
And
4th down.
And that time, I know that may be Kaz's best play of the night, because if he doesn't make that tackle, 28, the running back for Bradford, is still running.
Well, J-Mod Ruiz stays on the sideline here. We're going to send out Cam Smith to return the punt here. So Cam Smith is going to stand back around our 40-yard line. The punter will be inside the 10, somewhere around the 10-yard line to kick the punt away here. Wildcats lead at 17-6. 7.5 minutes to go here in the first half of tonight's opening season ball game.
I tell you what, after what I saw out of this punter last time, I send the house at him, see if he'll freeze up again.
Bradford calls a timeout here, Jackie, and they called it just in time. Want to salute our sponsors here that help make Wildcat football possible on Friday night, Jackie. Coming up at the halftime break, we'll have our Baker County Farm Bureau halftime report, brought to you by Baker County Farm Bureau right there on State Road 121 in McClenny. Jack Baker, Justin Webb, the guys down at Farm Bureau, and I've got my insurance with them, Jackie. Homeowners, car insurance, boat insurance, whatever kind of insurance you need, call Jack or Justin down there, 259-6332. And the other thing I just want to mention as I salute our sponsors, Jackie, we've got several. We'll have our Dependable Heating and Air Conditioning Coaches Show starting on Monday night after the opening season. That's Oscar Gray and the guys. But stay tuned during our halftime show, as I want to give a little special shout-out to the sponsors that make it possible for Wildcat football on Friday nights. The punter stands inside the 10-yard line. He's going to get it away from there, and it's a good spiral kick. Cam Smith's going to take it at the 43-yard line on the run. Cam Smith across midfield. Cam Smith still on his feet. Down the sideline, Cam Smith inside the 30 and all the way down to the 22-yard line. What a return by Cam Smith.
Where he ran into his own man. Great return that time by Cam Smith. Made a few people miss right on his own tightrope in the sideline there. Made some people miss and ran into his blocker right at the 21-yard line, but a good return that time by Cam, who he gets up slowly there. So we got to hope these guys get back into the game.
Yeah, we've had a couple of guys get dinged up here in the first half, but good to see Orlando Holland back on the field here. J-Mod, he's still trying to walk it off over here on the sideline, but you don't get much of a drop-off when you go from J-Mod to Cam on the punt return for sure, but I'd like to see J-Mod get that helmet back on and get back out there. Wildcats, after the Cam Smith punt return, are going to have the football at the Bradford County 20-yard line. 1st down and 10 from there. Noah Ray, 2 backs in the backfield this time, and Bradford County is going to come off sides. As a little hard count, it's going to get us 5 more yards.
Just get them on their heels a little bit, so now they'll be expecting that. And I got Cam Smith right up the middle again. We've had big success on that play.
Well, you like the down and distance situation after the offsides penalty. You go from 1st and 10 to 1st and 5. Going to take it, give it to Cam Smith, running to the right side. Cam Smith's got the 15. He's inside the 15, going to get close to the 10. So close to the 1st down as he tried to get to the corner. Had a couple guys to beat over there and almost got to the corner, but it should be a 1st down and goal for the Cats. It is.
1st and goal right from the 10-yard line here.
Ray takes the snap. He's going to give to Baker. Baker running to the left side this time, and Baker fumbles the football and Bradford says they have it. Baker got hit hard as he tried to make a cut up inside, puts the football on the ground, and Bradford County is going to recover it inside the 10. And that's 2 Wildcat turnovers, putting the ball on the ground inside the red zone, both of them.
And I'll tell you what, if they got guys up top, what I'm looking at right there, Mike, we had twin receivers on the left. Nobody covered the slot guy right there. Nobody was within 10 yards of the slot receiver that time. And now this defense, so 2 opportunities for the Wildcats inside the 10. They turn the ball over, and this Wildcat defense is going to have to step up again. And now they got 5 wide here.
Cats had a chance that time to extend the lead from 17-6 to something greater. Instead, fumble the football. Jones fires one out there. He's got a receiver inside the 5, but he's going to be tackled right away as the Cats do a good job and corral the receivers to the far right side. They just tried to get a receiver in space. He didn't get the blocks he needed.
No, nothing doing that time. Hey, you're right. They tried to spread everybody out. Had 4 receivers to that right side. Tried to just throw a little screen out there, and our defenders, like Ronnie Ellis, the first man there, turns him back inside, but a host of Wildcats able to bring him down for about a 3-4 yard loss on the first down play.
Loss on the play. That's the problem with a fumble inside the 10-yard line. As the offensive team now, you're kind of backed up against the goal line. 2nd down, 13. Jones is in the end zone, hands the ball off straight ahead, and the Wildcat defense is there.
Orlando Holland, my goodness, that dude has the fastest first move I've seen in a long time.
I mean, between Orlando Holland, Kazmierzak, and Toby Kinghorn, some of the plays they've made on defense here in the first half. My goodness. 3rd down and 13 now. Bradford County backed up against the goal line. The quarterback, Jones, will take the shotgun snap in the end zone. 2 receivers left, 2 to the right. 1 back in the backfield. Toby Kinghorn drops back for coverage here. 3rd down play. Jones fires one across the middle. He's got a receiver, and it's going to be intercepted. DeHaven Clark again on the tip play, and they're going to say, did he catch it or not? Yeah. Interception Wildcats, and the Wildcats now have 4 turnovers against this Bradford County offense. And it's the 2nd interception for DeHaven Clark, and both of them on the tip drill.
DeHaven Clark right where he needs to be every time, and that time in good position. You caught it, Mike, right off the hands of the receiver. And now the officials, no replay in high school football, but they're going to confer the closest tie to it.
Well, you
made the call.
Yeah, I mean, there's no
way you can reverse this. No way.
Well, there's no replay, but here's the problem. All these guys have to agree. And if one guy says no.
Oh, that's terrible. They're going to call it incomplete. That's terrible.
Yep, that's what happens. They all get together, and if one guy says no, I think it hit the ground, then they're going to say it's an incomplete pass. So
that's 2 bad calls. 2 bad calls by this officiating crew.
Well, the good news is this, Jackie. The interception took place around the 30-yard line. They've got to punt it deep out of their own end zone. So even with it being called incomplete, the Cats should get field position somewhere around the same place if we just manage this the right way. Does that make sense?
No, I'm with you. We've talked about it through the years, Mike. There's a hype thing, man. You know what I mean? There's a little momentum, man. A big interception like that gives you a little more momentum than a punt return.
Punter's going to be backed up, like I said, all the way to the back of the end zone. Cam Smith stands at the 40-yard line of Bradford, so even a 10-yard return from there would get it right back where the interception was.
Over his head.
Goes over his head. That's going to be a safety, and the Cats will get 2 free points and then get the ball back.
The ball never lies, Mike.
I wonder if they did that on purpose, though, Jack. You know, you're backed up against the end zone. They know they're about to kick to speedy Cam Smith. Yeah, I've seen crazy.
Hey, you're right. I've seen crazier things, but
5:17 to go in the first half. Wildcats now on top, 19-6. And the key thing about where the score is now, Jackie, so if you take the 19 and the 6, that's a 13-point lead. So the next score by the Cats would make it a 3-possession ball game, and that's where you want to get to. You know, we've had it twice here in the first half where we had the ball going in and we fumbled the football. If we can convert here, because we'll get good field position again, and you get to a 3-possession lead, that's kind of where you want to be.
Yeah, absolutely. The way my defense is playing, I'm comfortable with 2, but I'm kind of skating at 3 possessions.
Cats will go back to return the kick from the 30-yard line. After the safety, the team will line up and punt it away from the 20. Punter steps up to the 20. He kicks a high kick, and the Wildcats are going to let it hit back at the 40, and it's taken there. From the 35, here comes Cam Smith. Across the 45, Cam Smith across midfield. Stays on the seat. Cam Smith, 45, 40, 45, 30. Cam Smith's going to take it all the way deep down inside the 20-yard line to the 18, and Cam Smith just faked the guy out of his shoes at midfield.
I mean, Cam Smith's just putting together a human highlight reel tonight, not only running the ball, but having to take the punt and kickoff with the absence of J-Mod Ruiz tonight, and he's just gassed. Cam Smith stays on the ground, but I think he's just tired. He just wore slap out. He toted the load the first half of football here. Give him some water, Coach.
5:05 to go in the first half of this football game. Wildcats with another good return that time are going to set this offense up with great field position. But we're going to check on this. And take the mid-quarter timeout. We'll take a 1-minute timeout here. You're listening to Wildcat Football on WFBB.
We all make choices about alcohol. Kids make choices whether to drink or not.
Bye, Dad. Remember, I'm going to Alex's party tonight and sleeping over.
Hey, remind me about that party again?
And adults make choices whether to talk about it. That's true of parents and every other trusted adult in a kid's life. Kids want to know our expectations, and they want honest answers in everyday conversations. So talk with your kids and help lead them on a positive path, because when you talk, they hear you. Learn more at underagedrinking.samhsa.gov.
For over 50 years, Dependable Heating and Air Conditioning has been serving the community of McClenny. They provide quality air conditioning, HVAC, and electrical work to the residents of McClenny and the surrounding areas. The phone number for Dependable Heating and Air Conditioning is 259-6546. Oscar and Susie Gray would like to say, go Wildcats. Again, that's Dependable Heating and Air Conditioning, 259-6546.
First down play for the Wildcats. They're going to try to run the football straight ahead from the 22-yard line. And good news there, Cam Smith came off the field under his own power. Looks like you said, he just needed maybe some water and take a little breather, and he's going to get right back in the football game, Jackie.
Yeah, and that time to carry Kanice Williams. Kid that played JV last night ran for a ton of yards, they said, right here on this very same field as the JV team, put up 42.
Second down play now. Second down. They're going to hand the ball to Williams again, and Williams is going to be tracked down from behind, still battling and trying to get free, but can't do it. It'll bring up third down, and that's going to be a loss on the play all the way back to 26. So that's a tough loss. We need to get some yards back here because even a field goal here makes it a 3-possession game, Jackie, and we need to get more points.
Yeah, I mean, we've had some missed opportunities inside the 10-yard line, Mike, that Coach Mays can't be happy with here. So
third down from the 25-yard line. Ray's going to fire it right side, and it's going to be almost intercepted, and it'll be fourth down. Now, from the 26, that would be a 43-yard field goal. You're on turf, so you don't have to worry about the placement here. Will we go for it?
Throw it up the end zone. Try to get one of those pass interference.
Man, what a waste of possession after a great return by Cam Smith. It's fourth down. They need 20 yards to go. They're going for it. Fourth down, run a screen play, and it's going to be the Cam Smith across the middle, but they're going to call 5 yards false start on the Cats. They tried to get Cam Smith on the screen. And they're going to call the false start here against the Cats and back it up 5 more.
And then you gave up what your play was there. We have had a lot of success on that middle screen play. That time we were going to dump it off to Cam Smith. And now they saw it. You've let the stadium know what was coming. So what else do you got for a fourth and our third and 30 play didn't work. So what do you got for fourth and 28? Fourth and 22, I'm sorry.
I don't know. Here's my thought. Blake Mays was good from 39 yards earlier. That would have been about a 43-yard field goal from where it was. 5 more yards, I would think I would have at least tried that. Now, backed up where it is now, it would be about 47, maybe 48 yards. So I don't think you want to try it now. But at 43, I might have tried it. Now the Cats are going to send on different personnel and just punt this away. So that does turn in to be a wasted possession after that great punt return by Cam Smith following the safety.
That's frustrating. And I know Coach Mays is just as frustrated at that. Again, how many missed opportunities, Mike, not only in the red zone, but inside the 10 and 15-yard line at times.
Cats will punt it away. Standing back at midfield is the Wildcat punter. He's going to take the snap, and he's going to kick a high one that's going to come down inside the 20, and the Bradford player has to get out of the way and almost gets hit by it, but it'll be down there at the 22-yard line.
A net 10-yard punt. That's when you say it like that, that's when it's frustrating,
Yep.
I mean, 10 yards is all you gave up right there.
Yeah, actually, from where Cam Smith returned the punt to, we actually lost the yard.
Yeah.
So he returned it all the way to the 21. They take over at the 22. So almost like a turnover, but some time ran off the clock. The Cats still up 19-6 here, 3:44 to go. If the defense can just close out this first half the way they did, Jackie, the Wildcats will start the second half with the football. We won the toss before the game and deferred to the second half.
That'd be huge. We got to get a stop here, though. You don't want to give Bradford any momentum going into the locker room at halftime. 3:44 left here in the second quarter. The Wildcats up 19-6.
Jones in the shotgun. 2 receivers left, 2 to the right. Jones takes the snap, and then he's going to run. He just took off running with the ball. I think that was a design run as Jones gets it out to the 26-yard line on a 6-yard gain. He just let his receivers clear, and then Jones pulled the football down and took off.
Yeah, that time not much pressure here. Don't get conservative here, Coach Kennedy, if I got any advice. We've been putting pressure on Jones all night. Keep hitting him. Try to get one more turnover with 3 minutes left to go here in the second quarter.
Second down 5, 3:12 to go in the half. Jones in the shotgun. 3 receivers this time to the left, 2 to the right. Nobody in the backfield. Jones calls for the football. Looks to throw. He's under pressure. Going to get a flag down here. Flag down in the area of where it would typically be holding. But Jones is all the way out to the 42. He would have had the first down, but you got to check the flag here. If it's holding, it'll wipe out the first down and bring it all the way back. The white hat is going to call it a clipping call. That's bigger than a holding. That's a clipping 15-yarder blocked below the waist against the offense, and that'll send the football all the way back inside the 20-yard line, and that's a huge penalty against the Tornadoes.
And I'll tell you what they've done, Mike, just looking at the attitude and appearance of Jones, they have frustrated him. He's frustrated at this point. He got up, ripped his helmet off, spouted something, and then he's on the sideline. He's over on the sideline right now, not in the ball game.
Well, they've been jawing at the Wildcats all night long, and I saw one of the Cats earlier just kind of point to the scoreboard. New quarterback in there for Bradford County, like you said. He's going to take it and run straight ahead, and they're going to get a flag again. That came from the area of holding, and this is going to be a tackle all the way back inside the 5, and then a flag comes down after the play. 2 flags on this play that we'll have to sort out. The tackle was made inside the 5, and so Bradford just going backwards, but we'll have to see what these flags are.
That time, just a host of Wildcats. They had the quarterback, number 6, I'm not sure who it was, Mike, but he had nowhere to go as the Wildcat defense just all over him, and he's slow to get up.
The first flag should be against Bradford County. The second one looked like an after the play, some type of unsportsmanlike, and I'm not sure who that one's going to be against. The player that was down on the field was number 6, which is Daylon Shanks. He was the backup quarterback that came in, just a sophomore, that came in to replace Amari Jones, who went to the sideline. And, Jackie, you couldn't have said it better. I mean, Amari Jones is super frustrated. He's got a Netflix show. He's got all this stuff.
Showtime, baby.
He's the hype man coming into this thing, and he is not getting things going his way. Another chop block here. 15-yarder going to go against Bradford County. That'll just be half the distance, but I haven't seen the second flag called yet. So the first penalty is a chop block below the waist. Maybe the second one was waved off. I don't know.
I'm not sure. I mean, at this point, I'll take 3rd and 30 from the 6-yard line.
Well, this will be half the distance from the previous spot on the chop block, but he never called the second flag, and the head ref is the one who threw the flag.
He forgot.
He may have.
A lot went on right there because they're just going to run it right here.
Yeah, I'm not sure what he did with the second flag. It was definitely after the play he threw it and picked it up. Second down play, second down 25. Bradford County from their own end zone.
Oh, get the ball.
He fumbles the ball.
Oh,
Goes down to a knee. He fumbled the ball, went down to a knee, and they're going to mark it at the 6-inch line.
I think, oh, man.
The quarterback just was not aware of where he was on the field, picked up the drop snap.
And see, Coach Mays, they're confused now. It should be 4th down.
Now it should be, yeah.
Yeah, it should be 4th down, but they called 2nd down on that play.
Well, there were 2 penalties. So you had 2 penalties against Bradford County. If we go back and retrace, they had a penalty that brought back the run down the field that would have made it 2nd down. And then they had a chop block behind that, so I think it was still 2nd down.
We would have declined that, though, because we got the loss, so we would have declined both penalties, which would have made that play 3rd down from the 5-yard line, and now he's taking a knee on 3rd down, so it should be 4th down. Coach Mays is in disbelief, so.
Yeah, I'm still not sure, Jackie. I think that 2nd down play was done again. I think the Wildcats may have missed an opportunity to decline the penalty on that last play because they just accepted the second chop block in a row there, and I think it was still 2nd down. But either way.
Nonetheless, they're going to call it 3rd down. Nothing we can do now, but 3rd down, Coach Mays and Coach Kennedy not happy about it, but it is 3rd down, and Jones is going to take another snap from the shadow of his own goalpost.
Yeah, Jones back in there at quarterback, 3rd down play. Now they need to get all the way across the 31-yard line for a 1st down, and the ball is basically on the goal line. So call it 3rd down and 31. Jones calls for the snap. They're just going to run it straight ahead. The Wildcats will try to corral the running back. They do. Inside the 5-yard line, down close to the 2, and a flag down on the play again.
It was a block in the back, it looked like, on whoever made that tackle, and I couldn't see it like the Haven Clark. It looked like they blocked him in the back and pushed him into the running back. So I would decline this one, and we'll take 4th down from the 2-yard line.
And the Cats will still have over 2 minutes to go in the half and try to do something with it.
They're going to wave it off, but nonetheless.
Yeah, they waved it off, but it's 4th down. They'll have to punt it deep out of their own end zone. The punter should have his feet backed up against the end line here like they did a moment ago. They snapped it over his head a moment ago, which gave the Wildcats a safety, but Cam Smith is going to go back to return it somewhere around the 45-yard line. We could get great field position here again.
2:23 left in the second quarter here. Wildcats up 19-6. And another opportunity, like you said, Mike, Cam Smith having a great game to give us offense, great field position with plenty of time to score.
Well, we're real close to making it a 3-possession ball game, and that's when you feel really good. But right now, still a 2-possession game, 19-6. The punter gets the snap. He's going to kick an end over end, and Cam Smith's going to come up and get it at the 44. Here comes Cam Smith. He's got a big down to the 20, and he gets blasted out of bounds over here on the sideline. But Cam Smith returned it all the way inside the 20-yard line.
Number 2, he hit him hard, but it looked like he took the brunt of that as he gets up limping, and Cam Smith popped right up and ready to get back in the game.
Well, here's the difference in these two teams right now. Bradford County they fly around because of a big hit they make. But the Wildcats continue to put points on the board, and you're up by 2 touchdowns. So, I mean, which one would you rather be?
Here's what I'd rather be. I'd rather score right here. We've had the ball right here numerous times tonight, and only 19 points on the board.
2:06 to go in the half. Wildcats with the football from the 10-yard line. We run it straight ahead this time. Just trying to play power football straight up the middle. Pick up about 3 yards down to the 7.
Jamari and Baker that time just right up the middle, just trying to move the pile.
And maybe you lull them to sleep here and go back to the outside. Second down play, 2nd and goal from the 7. Handoff again. This is Baker, and Baker's going to be brought down from behind. And he's not going anywhere on that play. It'll be 3rd and goal.
I know he's tired, but I got to give Cam Smith a shot on the outside here. Let him go to the wide side of the field and give Cam Smith the ball.
Yeah, I mean, you got to take advantage of that strong side of the field. We tried to run that to the weak side. And now you're 3rd down and goal from the same spot. 3rd down and goal from the 7. Noah Ray in the shotgun. Takes the snap, gives it to Cam Smith. He runs to the wide side of the field. He's got blockers, and Cam Smith.
Oh, no.
And you're going to get a hold.
That's terrible. That's terrible.
Flag comes down right at the goal line as Cam Smith was walking in behind his blockers. And you're going to get a holding call. The referee says on number 6. He pointed out to the coach.
Oh, man. Golly. I'm telling you, Mike, there's no way. Any coach, but head coach Kevin Mays is not happy right now. And there's no way he should be. Plenty of opportunities inside the red zone here and just squandered opportunities. My goodness.
1:15 to go in the half, and the Wildcats now back up all the way near the 20-yard line. Noah Ray rolls to his right. He's going to run with the football. He's inside the 15. Noah Ray inside the 10, and he's going to go out of bounds around the 5-yard line, and so it'll be 4th down from there, and the Cats are going to send in the field goal team. Wildcat fans think that Ray could have gotten into the end zone there. I'm not sure, but Blake Mays is going to come onto the field, and the ball will be placed at the 14-yard line. It'll be a 24-yard. Okay.
I like it, Coach Mays.
Well, I'm going to tell you why I don't, Jackie. And we're not head coaches here, but I've been talking about the possession game all night long. You're up 2 possessions right now. A field goal makes it a 22-6 ball game. Just do the math on that. 22 minus 6 is 16. That's 2 touchdowns and 2-point conversions to tie you. So, I mean, I like the math of 3 here, and I know Blake Mays is going to be good from 24. If you go for it, 4th down, I mean, from the 5, I'm not sure. I kick it. That would be my call. What about you?
I don't know. In normal circumstances, I agree with you. In a rivalry game here,
well, I mean, the ball is actually all the way out to the 7, Jackie. So you got to pick up 7 yards against having a chance at a 24-yard field goal. I think it's a no-brainer.
I don't know. They got something lined up here. Cam Smith had success with that wide side where he got a new quarterback in here. Let's see if he just runs it to the left. From the 7-yard line, the Wildcats snap the football. They're going to run straight ahead, and they're not going to get there. He's going to be stopped at the 1-yard line. Not going to do it. Davion Dean, number 17, checked in at the quarterback position. He just ran that old Tim Tebow, line it up and try to run from almost like a Wildcat formation that time, and he needed 7, got 6. So Bradford takes over at the 1-yard line, and I'm telling you, Jackie, I kick the field goal. That's just me. But I'm not a coach. 44 seconds to go in the half. It's still a 19-6 ball game. A half a yard, Mike. See where the football is?
I see it. That's the same thing the Tennessee Titans said when they almost got the touchdown to win the Super Bowl. You don't remember that because I don't even know if you were born, but the Rams ended up winning the Super Bowl on that play. First down play, they're going to run the football out of the end zone, and the Wildcats, another flag comes down.
Got to be holding right there on Orlando Holland.
Here in the second half of this here in the second half of this second quarter, it has just gotten sloppy on the offensive side of the ball for Bradford.
Take another safety right here. We'll be okay. The offense is definitely, at times, I'm not even saying time, a lot of times has struggled. Golly, we have struggled. We get down in space, we're able to score 60 and 70-yard touchdowns. We have a hard time with 15 and 20-yard touchdowns.
Yeah, we'll talk about that at the halftime break. The Wildcats are ahead in this ball game, but have squandered a lot of opportunities. Second down play, Bradford going to run it out of there. This is going to be a safety. This is a safety. He didn't get out of the end zone. Second safety of the first half. Second safety of the first half for this Wildcat football team, and we're going to get the football again with 25 seconds on the clock.
How many timeouts do we have?
I do not know.
We don't have a stat man. My goodness, nobody sent me the resume last week after we requested a stat man.
The score is going to look normal on the board, but we didn't get there normally. It's 21-6 on the board, but that's including one field goal and two safeties and two touchdowns.
Now let's see if Cam can just run this one back.
21-6, the Cats lead, 25 seconds. We will catch our breath and get you caught up to speed on this entire game and everything that's happened so far. We've gotten a little sloppy along with the game here in the last part of this second quarter, so we'll rein it back in and get you some information. Low punt this time, and the Cats are going to field it right around the 40-yard line to the 45, coming up field across midfield or right at midfield, and finally goes down, and it'll be 16 seconds left in the half from there. That return was by number 17 of the Wildcats. 17 is Davion Dean, who just came in at quarterback on that last play to try to run that touchdown, came up a half-yard short.
Davion Dean, Kanice Williams, both getting some playing time. Cam Smith down again. Looks like he's just cramping up now, but my goodness, I mean, he has been an absolute workhorse for this Wildcat team, both offensively and on special teams.
Well, Jackie, I was going to tell you, I'm cramping up here in the stand, so I can only imagine. I mean,
that's why I drank my Pedialyte before I got up there. Pedialyte and pickle juice on the ride over.
That was a joke, but you didn't seem to catch it. 15.
Baker Rural Health Clinic in McClenny serves the community with clinical care at a discounted rate. If you're uninsured, income-based payment considerations will be made. If cost stands between you and a healthcare solution, Baker Rural Health Clinic can help. For more information, visit bakerrhc.org. That's bakerrhc.org. Baker Rural Health Clinic. We treat you like family. Walk-ins welcome.
Dual State Real Estate is a proud supporter of Wildcat football. We offer home and land sales as well as property management in Florida and Georgia. Come in for a free consultation and we'll show you how to get up to 16% more for your property. Mention this ad and we'll give you free buyer representation. Don't hesitate, call Dual State, owned and operated by Sabrina Thrift. Call us today at 904-397-0263 or check us out at dualstaterealestate.com. We'll give you service you deserve from people you can trust. And at Dual Estate Real Estate, we are always Wildcat proud.
And we welcome you back here to Bradford County High School, home of the Tornadoes. And we have hit the halftime break here as the Wildcats have taken a 21-6 lead into the halftime locker room. A lot to talk about to catch you up on the way this first half has transpired. And I tell you what, it is the first game of the year, so you expect some mistakes and some different things happening. But it's been a wild first half here from Bradford County. We'll come back and try to recap that for you during our Farm Bureau halftime report. But stay with us here on the radio, 97.5 FM WFBB, as we come back and have our Farm Bureau halftime report, once again brought to you by the fine folks down at Baker County Farm Bureau. Jack Baker, Justin Webb, 259-6332. One call does it all. Homeowners insurance, life insurance. They even insure your boat, and if you got a golf cart, something like that, they can do that. They can insure just about anything that you want to at Baker County Farm Bureau. But more importantly, they're our halftime sponsor for the year, and we'll come back and thank some of our other sponsors and share some information with you about the first half here. But the good news so far, the Wildcats on top 21-6. We're going to take about a 5-minute break here. Let John Meadows catch his breath back at the station, and Jackie and I will catch our breath, and we'll be back in about 5 minutes. You're listening to Wildcat Football on WFBB.
Since 1981, Higginbotham's Towing and Recovery has been serving the community of Baker County, providing safe and reliable towing needs. If you need a car or truck towed, or even a shed in your backyard, Higginbotham's is a place to call. Located in Glen St. Mary, they are available 24 hours, 7 days a week. 259-4375. That's 259-4375. The Higginbotham family is so excited to be a proud supporter of Wildcat football.
Stay home. 2 words that everyone's saying these days. At Hometown Home Health, you can receive nursing and therapy services in the comfort of your own home. These services are covered by Medicare as well as most major insurance companies. Hometown Home Health has a true commitment to their community and is the only home health agency located in our hometown. It's your choice, so choose Hometown Home Health. Maddie and Kristen say, go Wildcat.
Did you know that walking just 10,000 steps a day helps keep you healthy? And it's easy. 20 minutes of grocery shopping is 1,600 steps. Daily housework is 270. Taking a half-hour walk during lunch, around 4,000 steps. You can see how this adds up. 10,000 steps will find you a healthy weight and even reduce your risk of heart disease, diabetes, and stroke. Feeling healthier starts with the first step. A message from the Florida Department of Health.
Hi, this is Larry Berkins of Chevrolet with sales and service 6 days a week. Cars, trucks, SUVs, certified used cars. We help customers establish or reestablish credit. Thank you, Wildcat fans. From Larry Berkins at Berkins Chevrolet, US 90 in the heart of McClenny.
Online at BerkinsChevy.com.
Have you ever thought about cleaning out your garage or wonder what you need to do with all those aluminum cans or scrap metal you've got laying around in the backyard? Well, look no further. You just need to load it up and head to American Recycling. Tim Hughes owns and operates American Recycling on Woodlawn Road in McClenny, Florida. They're open Monday through Friday, 9 a.m. to 5 p.m., and on the second and fourth Saturdays of every month from 9 a.m. to noon. Stop by and see Tim and maybe even cash in on that stuff you've got laying around. Tim and American Recycling say, go Wildcat. Baker County Farm Bureau wants to wish the Baker County Wildcats much success this football season. Baker County Farm Bureau, specializing in auto insurance, homeowners insurance, along with life insurance. To get started with Farm Bureau, contact Jack Baker or Justin Webb at 259-6332. That's 259-6332.
and even watch worship services. At Glen, you get dynamic music, gospel-centered expository preaching, and a wonderful faith community. Come grow with us.
Most of us like to be out in the sun. That's why sunscreen and other safety measures are key to protecting your skin from aging and cancer. The FDA recommends using a sunscreen with an SPF of 15 or higher. Also, look for broad spectrum on the label. That means both harmful ultraviolet A and B rays are blocked. Remember, SPF plus broad spectrum equal healthy fun in the sun. Visit www.fda.gov/sunscreen for more information. A message from the U.S. Food and Drug Administration.
In the game of life, it's not how far you can throw the ball.
It's not how high you can fly.
It's not how fast you can run. Or how many touchdowns you can score that matters. It's really how you play the game that counts.
Because the game only lasts 4 quarters.
For a few years. For that moment in time.
Good sportsmanship. Sportsmanship.
Sportsmanship.
Sportsmanship.
Lasts a lifetime.
Hi, I'm Gary Sinise. Our veterans put everything on the line to protect our freedom. We may never be able to repay them for their sacrifice, but we can show them just how much we appreciate all they've done. You can help by simply sharing your time, lending a warm smile, a supportive hand, or a sympathetic ear to someone who needs it. Everyone can do something to make veterans know just how much we appreciate their service. Please visit www.volunteer.va.gov. What will you do?
And we welcome you back here to Bradford County High School, Stark, Florida, just down the road from McClenny just a little bit on the south end. You can take 121 or 301. It is your choice. But either way you go, you'll end up in the same place, right?
You'll smell it before you see it.
Wildcats traveling over here to one of our bitter rivals that we face year in, year out. It used to be one of those games that we play late in the season, but the past few years we tee off with the Bradford County Tornadoes' first game of the year. And I mentioned earlier, Kevin Mays cut his teeth his very first game as a head coach of the Wildcats 3 years ago now. Was a loss here to Bradford County first year. So last year they avenged that, got a big 33-6 win, and we're on our way here to Kevin Mays going 2-1 in his third year here as the head coach of the Baker County Wildcats against these Bradford County Tornadoes. Right now, the Cats on top, 21-6, and we'll talk about this game in just a minute, but I want to thank some of our sponsors real fast and let some folks know who it is that sponsors the radio here on Friday nights and just share our appreciation with them. First and foremost, you're back in to the Baker County Farm Bureau halftime report here with Mike Cruz and Jackie Baker, and if that Jackie Baker name sounds familiar, that's because Jack Baker runs the Baker County Farm Bureau, along with Justin Webb, 259-6332. Also want to thank Dual State Real Estate, Sabrina Thrift. It's been a sponsor here with Wildcat football for the past several years, and we appreciate Dual State being along with us. Can't go much longer without mentioning my friend Tim Hughes, Jackie. Tim Hughes down at American Recycling. We talked about Tim Hughes last week, and when we get on the road, sometimes we've got so much happening with the football game, we forget about some of the other stuff that we've got going on. Well, stay with us because, starting on Monday night, I've got something exciting to announce with you about our radio show coming up. But Tim Hughes, being the big Jaguar fan that he is, he's pitched in some tickets to give away that are going to be part of our Monday night coaches show package. So we thank American Recycling for all that they do. Located out there on Woodlawn Road. Stop by there and see Tim. I want to thank Oscar Gray and the folks down there at Dependable Heating and Air Conditioning. I got to tell you, Jackie, one of the most dependable people that you'll ever meet in your life is Oscar Gray, and they couldn't have named their business anything better because Oscar Gray, he's a friend of mine, but he's also he runs a very dependable business. I got to tell you, I've had air conditioning problems in the past, and when it gets like it was today and this week, you don't want to have air conditioning problems in Florida. But I've called Oscar a few times, man, and I tell you what, it seems like a matter of minutes. He's got somebody at my house helping me out. So Oscar Gray, Dependable Heating and Air Conditioning, they're our Monday night coaches show sponsor. So you'll hear a lot from Oscar Gray during our Monday night broadcast. Gary Funeral Home back on the broadcast with us this year. I want to thank all those guys down there at Gary Funeral Home. They've been in business. I'd hate to even tell you how long Gary Funeral Home has been in business down there, but located on the east end of US 90 right down there. And, Jackie, probably well before you were born, I just got to say, Gary Funeral Home, they've been in business right there, a landmark in McClenny, Baker County. New sponsor this year, Hometown Home Health. I had a chance to talk to Maddie Lee. Maddie Lee and Kristen Grunsel, they run the Hometown Home Health out of Glen St. Mary over there. They're the only hometown, I'm sorry, I'm going to get this wrong, but they're the only home health care provider in our community. So they are a community-based hometown home health. Jackie, we've been remiss not to mention his name before now tonight, but Larry Berkins down at Berkins Chevrolet. I tell you what, whether it's Little League Baseball, whether it's anything related to this community, Larry Berkins has never turned anybody down when it comes to support. And he's a big sponsor. Berkins Chevrolet. What does he say, Jackie?
Just come on.
Just come on.
Going to have a little trash to talk. One of his really good friends is Dale Murray down here at the Murray Ford dealership. So if we can keep this up and just put it on start one time, maybe Larry will tell Dale, just come on, son.
Do you think they sit in the same room when they record those commercials? Well, Larry says whether you're from FL or GA, just come on down to Berkins Chevrolet. So come on down. So just a couple more. I want to thank the Baker Prevention Coalition, Leah Roden, those guys down there at Baker Prevention. Last year they had some of those Wildcat pregame tailgate parties. They support everything for our youth, trying to help keep these youth having fun, staying out of trouble. Baker Prevention Coalition, I'll read something from them a little bit later on. And last but certainly not least, Randy Higginbotham Towing and Recovery down there in Glen St. Mary, Florida. Thomas Smith, that entire family, Higginbotham Towing and Recovery. They've been with us for a couple of years now as a sponsor. And, Jackie, I'll let you talk because I had to go through all those sponsors, and that's a mouthful.
Yeah, and we appreciate every one of them. Those guys, everybody we do this year in and year out, they don't just do the radio show. They do all kinds of things for the Baker County community. So we appreciate them. People every day dropping off some form of sponsorship or requesting money for this and that, and those guys just keep giving and giving, and ladies. And so we appreciate them so much. They've taken the opportunity to support Wildcat football on Friday nights.
Yeah, I mean, listen, Jackie, you brought up a great point. I talked to my buddy Phil Duval down there. Phil Duval runs McClenny Tire and Lube, and we talk about, the number of people that come in looking for support in the community, and there's so many things that are going on, between youth baseball, volleyball, cheerleading, everything else. I mean, the sponsors in McClenny are hit probably more than anybody in the country, just for the amount of money that they give and support that they give. And these guys, I tell you, a lot of them don't even blink an eye. They just say, whatever you need.
I was in Dad's office this afternoon getting a couple things squared away before we headed down here. And this is no lie. I was there about an hour and a half, and 3 separate students walked in and dropped sponsorship forms off for a variety of different things.
Just like that. And you see it on a first-hand basis. Well, Jackie, let's take a moment. I appreciate all those sponsors, and as you listen in during the year, we'll talk about that. Jackie, we'll have a lot more time to talk about this game on Monday night because we want to announce to the fans that, since 2008 on an annual basis here, so that's probably the last 13 years or so, we've had a Monday night coaches show. Well, this year no different. Starting Monday night at 7 o'clock right here on WFBB, you can listen in to our Monday night coaches show. But, hey, for the past couple of years, Jackie, we've kind of done it, kind of in private. We've gone over to the studio at the church. Well, this year we're going to get back out there in the public. And starting on Monday night, we'll be down there on the deck at Sharky's Restaurant, right there on US 90, right down by the stadium. So if you're in McClenny right there on US 90, come by Sharky's and hang out with us from 7 o'clock to 8 o'clock right here on 97.5 WFBB.
Yeah, my friend John has come into town and reshaped that building, and got great food, great atmosphere down there, and he was happy to get involved, wants to be involved with Wildcat football on Friday night. And when I asked him at the opportunity to have the coaches show, he jumped all over it and said anything we needed. So he's got the new patio up down there. So we're going to be hanging out on the patio and talking to head coach Kevin Mays on Monday night at 7 o'clock.
If you can't come by Sharky's and join us out on the patio, you can listen in right here, 97.5 WFBB. And I tell you, it's going to be a fun football season. Jackie, a lot to talk about with this first half of football. You know, the Wildcats, the way I describe it, and when we talked to Coach Mays on Monday night, probably a lot of opportunities that we missed. However, we're still sitting here with a 21-6 lead at halftime.
Yeah, I mean, what a testament to that Wildcat defense. Again, we talked about it first series for Bradford. Baker County forces a fumble and gets the ball with about 10 seconds off the clock. We go down able to get 3. And then the second series for that Bradford team just kind of picked us apart up and down the field. But since then, this Wildcat defense has kind of zoned in and got it locked down. And Jones, quarterback for Bradford over there, all the hype in the world, just kind of shut him down at the end of the first quarter and end of the second quarter. And it looks like J-Mod Rulis is back in the ball game. So a good thing to see for the Wildcats coming out of halftime.
Yeah, that's great. You know, you go through the first part of the season, and the last thing you want to see is injuries. And we had a couple of guys that took some big licks in the first half. J-Mod was one of them. So good to see him back on the field. He's back out there along with Davion Dean on the far side. And you're going to hear Davion's name a lot as this year goes on. Bradford County has the ball teed up. I mentioned the Wildcats won the toss for tonight's football game, and we deferred to the second half. So we'll take the ball to start the second half from Bradford County here with a 21-6 lead. They're going to pooch one over to the right side, and the Cats are going to take it right there at the 42-yard line. We'll start with great field position.
Try to catch us off guard there, a little onside pooch kick. I didn't see Jamarian Baker came up and made the play, but a great play by Jamarian there. Just dive on that football, and the Wildcats are going to start at their own 43-yard line. So good field position coming out of halftime.
Well, and I think that kick served a couple of purposes. If they happen to get it, I think that's great. But the other thing is they didn't want to kick it deep to our guys. We've had a lot of guys get open in open space tonight. They did not want to kick the ball deep. You probably see that more if they get a chance to kick off anymore. 1st and 10 from the 43-yard line. Noah Ray in the shotgun. Ray's going to take it. He's going to fake the handoff up the middle, keep it himself, and Ray's going to fight ahead to the 45, still pushing out to the 47, and near midfield. The offensive line just stayed with him. The feet kept turning, and they got almost 7 yards on the play.
Great play by Noah Ray that time just to keep driving those legs, and you called it. Those Hogs get behind him, able to pick up good yardage there on first down. Going to bring up about a 2nd and 4. And that's how you break the will of the other team if you can continue to make plays like that. 2nd down and 3. Ray tosses one to the right side. Catch is made over here as that was a little flare pass coming over to the right side to Jamarian Baker, but just can't get open, and really no gain on the play. No gain on the play. So just like that, you pick up good yardage on first down and nothing doing on 2nd down. Bring up 3rd and 4 here.
From the 49-yard line, nobody's covering. One of our guys, he's waving at Noah Ray, but Noah never saw him. We're going to run the ball straight ahead. It won't matter. First down into Bradford County territory. Jamarian Baker gets up and signals first down all the way down to the 41-yard line. So the Wildcats do get the first down, and here we go.
Big run that time by Jamarian Baker to pick up a first down, and you're right. I've seen it a couple times. Them not cover our slot receiver out there on the left.
First down from the 41 of Bradford County. 2 receivers right, 2 to the left. Jamarian Baker's in the backfield with Noah Ray. Ray gets the last instruction from the sideline. He fires a pass to the right side. J-Mod Rulis makes the catch. Just a quick hitter there, about 5 yards on the play. Maybe 4.
just pass and catch that time by J-Mod. 5 yards on first down again. So Wildcats able to move the sticks here on first down.
2nd down and 5 after a 5-yard gain. Jamarian's going to run it straight downhill, and Jamarian Baker's got the first down inside the 30. So the Wildcats just trying to control this game at the line of scrimmage right now, Jackie.
And doing a great job. We haven't mentioned that offensive line a whole lot tonight, but those guys really getting in a rhythm now and opening up holes for Jamarian Baker.
21-6 lead. The Wildcats knocking on the door inside the 30. Jamarian Baker takes it again, this time on first down. and he spins his way inside the 25 down to the 23.
Marion Baker just toting it on this series, and again on first down picks up 5 yards. So Wildcats doing what they need to do on first down coming out of halftime.
Second down and 5. Noah Ray in the shotgun. Ray's going to give it straight ahead. This is number 11 for the Wildcats. New back in the backfield, Jalen Wilcox.
Jalen Wilcox runs the ball very hard.
Jalen Wilcox, number 11, is a 10th grader in there for the Wildcats here. First down and 10. Again, Wilcox. No, this time a toss sweep out to Jamarian Baker. They ran middle, and this time came and tried to run a little toss sweep to Jamarian Baker. Didn't really fool Bradford County, but it picks up 3 yards.
No, we were able to pick up big yardage on that with J-Mod Ruiz and Cam Smith in the first half, and that time tried to pitch it out to Jamarian Baker and just couldn't get the block he needed on the outside, but still able to pick up 4 yards on first down.
Second down play coming up. Wildcats getting close to pay dirt again, and this is where we've had trouble tonight. Wildcats trying to get their personnel set here. Now you're going to get 2 backs in the backfield with Noah Ray. Noah's going to give the ball off, and he's met in the backfield. That play never had a chance. J-Ma Ruiz didn't even get the handoff before he got drilled that time.
Nah, that's just a missed assignment there on the offensive line. Somebody didn't block somebody and brings up now a 3rd and 11. So you go from 2nd and 6 to 3rd and 11.
And this is where we've struggled tonight. We've had plenty of opportunities about this same place. We've turned it over. We've turned it over on downs. We've had some trouble in this area of the field. Third down play. Pass to the right side. Catch is made. And J-Ma Ruiz is going to spin away from a tackle. He's going to go down the sideline. Touchdown! J-Ma Ruiz should have been tackled back at the 10-yard line. He spun off the tackle and made a great run to the corner, and the Wildcats have taken a 27-6 lead.
Man, I'm good to see that. J-Ma Ruiz came off hobbling, didn't get to play much in that first half after an injury, and that time able to find pay dirt. You're right, took a big shot and just bounced off and found the end zone.
Well, I'm proud of J-Ma Ruiz. He's battled through some big hits tonight, and on that one, let me tell you, he took the hit, made the nice spin play, and got down the sideline, and Blake Mays adds the extra point to make it 28-6. You know what that reminded me of? Remember the play when Florida beat Tennessee and Antonio Callaway? He made the catch. He didn't get hit like that, but he spun around, came down the sideline. Same look right that time.
Well, wrong him. Who's number 12, Mike? I'm not familiar with all the numbers yet, but
Makai Mosley.
So Mosley with a good block out there on that from his wide receiver spot, was able to spring J-Mod. So Mosley with a good block. J-Mod Ruiz finds pay dirt. The Wildcats up 28-6 with 8 minutes.
Well, you know, a couple of years ago, we're talking about Camilo Rollins. We're talking about Toby Kinghorn, those guys being 10th graders on this team. Well, now, looking down the roster, you know, Makai Mosley, 10th grader. Davion Dean, 10th grader. So Toby Kinghorn and Rollins and those guys getting to be seniors. We've got some other guys that are coming behind them to fill their shoes. So
a great sight.
Yeah, the future looks bright. 28-6 Cats. 8:07 to go, third quarter, and that last touchdown is the one we've been waiting for, Jackie. Blake Mays gets his foot into it. It's going to be taken down around the 15-yard line. A burst of speed out across the 30-yard line, and finally going to be corralled over around the 37, 38-yard line. So Bradford County, they've had some decent field position tonight, but this defense has been flying around.
I mean, I'm telling you, Mike, they have just been Kaz, Toby Kinghorn, Camilo Rollins, Orlando Holland, Caleb Tressler, just to name a few guys.
DeHaven Clark.
DeHaven Clark is just a ball hawk in the secondary, and he comes up hobbling after that kickoff.
Well, sometimes, you know, in the first game like this, you wonder how much of it is conditioning and cramps, you know, and how much of it is, you know, real injury. We'll have to sort all that out. But DeHaven Clark, you mentioned that he should have 2 interceptions. They overturned the second one, but
which never happens in high school football, by the way.
First down play from the 37-yard line. Amari Jones has had a tough night. He goes back to the shotgun. 5 receiver set. To the shotgun, Jones looks to throw, fires to the right side. The receiver came back to it. The Wildcats are going to bottle him up over there, and maybe a gain of 2, maybe.
Yeah, 2 if he's lucky. And that was only forward progress. And now, oh, man, is that another Wildcat down?
That is a Wildcat shaking up over there.
On the start sideline.
A couple of Wildcats down. Another one back here at the 45, but this is definitely conditioning. This is all about that old Bobby John's, carry the pickle juice bottles with you wherever you go, because early in the season, Jackie, it doesn't matter. Like tonight hasn't been hot, but it doesn't matter with that humidity that's in the air. You know, early season in Florida, you're always going to see this. That's why the Florida High School Activities Association, they put the mid-quarter timeout in there. That's for a water break for the teams. It's mandatory. You have to stay hydrated in this type of weather that we have in Florida.
And you see it at every level. Right? It's not just the high school guys. These colleges in Florida, those first couple games of the season, you'll see guys cramping up down there, especially as the field conditions. It rains a lot still in August and September. As that field gets wet, it gets a little tougher to push off of.
Well, and it's nothing that they've done wrong. No. It's just part of, it's the nature of football in August.
Yeah.
You know, you're talking about the hottest month of the year in the state of Florida, and you're playing football out here. You know, luckily for us tonight, we probably, what do you think? Low 80s, mid 70s out here?
Yeah, probably.
Nice weather after the little rain shower earlier. But that was Kazmierzak that was shaken up on the far sideline, Jackie, and he's walking under his own power coming to the sideline, maybe a little bit hobbled, so we'll have to check on Kaz a little bit later on. What a ball game he has had.
Yeah, I mean, golly, he's been all over the field. Couple of big sacks. So you hate to see that. I hope we can get him back out there soon. Haven Clark over here getting stretched out by one of the trainers.
After all that, a 2-yard gain on first down. It'll be 2nd down and 8. Again, a 5-receiver set now. Amari Jones stays in the shotgun here. Halfway through the third quarter, the Cats ahead 28-6. Bad snap. And you're going to get an offsides against the Cats here that they're going to call. And again, it looks like the slot receiver took off early.
That is all, I'm telling you, that is a false start by that receiver every time. And we're going to bail him out here. And then because the snap also was bowled back to Jones. So that's a very frustrating penalty.
And by bowled back to Jones, you mean that snap was rolling on the ground past him, right?
Yeah. Like a bowling ball.
I don't know if I've heard that phrase before. 2nd down 3. Here we go. Jones in the shotgun, takes the snap, looks to throw. He's under pressure. He's going to get sacked. Orlando Holland got in there and got the shoestring sack on Amari Jones. And I tell you, Amari Jones is going to wake up thinking about Orlando Holland later.
He's going to see that 13 in his dreams tonight, I'm telling you, because Orlando Holland is just pinning his ears back. And we talked about it in the first half, maybe one of the fastest first moves I've seen. He just flies as soon as that ball snaps.
Now it's a 3rd down and 8 from the 40-yard line because the sack basically gets back the 5 yards that we had from the offsides penalty. So now you're looking at 3rd down from the 40. They need to get across the 47 for a first down. Low snap. Jones goes down and gets it. Jones going to try to run out of there. Orlando Holland's got him bottled up, but now he's going to sneak out to the right side. He gets close to the first down, but I think he's going to be short.
He's going to be a yard short. So what do you do right here if you're a Bradford head coach, Brian Thomason?
Well, he's got to go for it. You're down 3 touchdowns. You're looking at 4th down and a yard. Jackie, I don't even think you think about it.
6:38 left in the third quarter here. You're right. You're down 28-6, and yeah, they don't even think about it.
Yeah, you need if you want to have any chance to win a football game that you're down 3 touchdowns in, you got 4th and 1 in the third quarter. You got to go.
Come on, boys.
4th down, 1 yard to go. The Wildcats dig in on the defensive front. Snap back to Jones. They give it up straight ahead. The Wildcats and the hole is not going anywhere. Not a shot. He lost a yard back to the 45, and the Cat defense just stood Cortez up in the hole.
Not even close. Lost a yard there, and now
a lot of talking going on.
A lot of talking after that play.
Oh, a lot of talking. Camilo Rollins filled the gap. The Wildcats turn them over on downs.
Wow, what a stop by the defense. And you talked about the big Mo. It hasn't left our sideline in a long time.
No.
Man, that front seven for the Wildcats is just playing out of their minds tonight. And to say, listen, not taking anything away from the secondary. Haven Clark with one interception, should have had two. Ronnie Ellison, great coverage down there. We haven't even called Carlos Jefferson's name because he just blanketed his receiver all night.
Well, we're going to get the mid-quarter timeout. When we come back, the Wildcats will have it 1st and 10 from the Bradford County 45-yard line. 28-6, the Cats lead. We'll take a 30-second timeout. You're listening to Wildcat Football on WFBB.
Hi, this is Larry Birkins of Birkins Chevrolet in McClenny. It is truly an honor to help make these Wildcat radio broadcasts possible. Birkins Chevrolet with sales and service 6 days a week. Cars, trucks, SUVs, certified used cars. We help customers establish or reestablish credit. Thank you, Wildcat fans. From Larry Birkins at Birkins Chevrolet, US 90 in the heart of McClenny.
Online at BirkinsChevy.com.
Wildcats travel to Bradford County tonight, opening game of the 2021 high school football season. Wildcats right now 28-6 lead over the Bradford County Tornadoes as we wind it down here in the third quarter. Wildcats with the football, 1st and 10 from the Bradford 45-yard line. Inside handoff for the Cats, running to the left side, Jamarian Baker, and he's got 5 yards off left tackle to the 40. Hard running that time for Baker.
Jamarian Baker doing what he needs to do, just picking up good yardage there on 1st down. 5 more yards for this Wildcat offense, and the big Hogs up front making away.
5-yard gain makes it 2nd down and 5. The Cats, 2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left, 2 men in the backfield, but we're going to jump. This will be interesting because they moved on the defensive front, but the Wildcats had 2 guys get up out of their formation, so they are going to call a false start on the Cats.
Goodness.
Yeah. So you get 5 yards on 1st down and you give it back.
And you know the cadence. You know what we're going on.
Nothing worse when you're watching your favorite football team and they go 5 yards forward and 5 back. 2nd down and 10. Noah Ray takes the snap, going to run it straight ahead again, and this time we're going to get those 5 yards back with Cam Smith. Cam gets back to the 40-yard line. It'll bring up a 3rd down and 5.
Back and forth there. Good to see Cam Smith back out there. Hopefully he's got those cramping issues behind him. We could use him here in the second half.
3rd down and call it 6. Noah Ray, pump fake at the line of scrimmage. He fires one down the middle. He's got Blake Mays down there, and the ball is knocked away, and there's no flag on the play. Blake Mays came open around the 15-yard line. Pretty good throw, but the defender was there. Fans wanted a flag.
Yeah, he kind of pulled on Mays just a little bit there right when the ball was released. Good-looking throw that time by Noah Ray.
Listen, Noah Ray looked like a quarterback on that play. He dropped back, Jackie, the pump fake at the line of scrimmage, throws the ball down the seam. Really only one guy can catch that ball, and that's Mays. And the defender, I don't know if he got there early or not, but he was there on the spot. But either way, it'll be 4th down.
See, here our official in the stands.
I will say this for Baker County fans. We have some of the most vocal fans.
I love them. I love them, too. Especially in a game like this.
I would say our fans are some of the most vocal in the Florida area. What do you think?
No doubt. Probably maybe in the southeastern United States.
Well, I'll say this other note about our fans. You can look up and down this sideline, and there's hardly a place you can get to watch this football game. I'll tell you that. They are packed in here.
And Stark can't even fill up their reserve section over there right across the way from us. That's pitiful.
Yeah, the reserve section's not full, but the rest of their stands have a pretty good crowd. This is a good high school football crowd on a Friday night. 4th down, the Cats are going to punt it away. Bradford sends 2 return men standing around the 15-yard line. This time a good punt by the Cats. Caught back around the 10-yard line. He's going to be tackled immediately. Oh, tackled immediately. Is that Toby Kinghorn down there?
Looks like Blake Mays down there, yeah. Carlos Jefferson, Toby Kinghorn.
Yeah, Toby Kinghorn looks like the guy that got the tackle to me, but I could be wrong. But Toby Kinghorn's having a good game tonight, along with some of those other guys on the defensive side.
Yeah, we talked about it earlier. I forgot to even mention. Talked about Carlos Jefferson, Jamil Jones, a name also we haven't had to call. Just because, I mean, these guys are doing what they're supposed to do. Letting nobody behind them, breaking on the football, making plays, just blanketing receivers on the outside. So this Wildcat defense just shut them down.
28-6 Wildcat lead. Amari Jones brings the Bradford County offense back to the line of scrimmage. Takes the snap, looks to throw. Now he thought about running. Now he goes back, fires one down the deep right sideline, and nobody home. Nobody home.
Look like Tressler made sure he got another shot on Jones there. Let him know we're here. Jones has got happy feet back there, Mike.
Yeah,
He's been hit so much, he don't want to hang out in that pocket anymore.
Yeah, that's a great way to describe it. He thought about running that time, Jackie. He saw there was nowhere to go, stayed in there, and just threw it away. I mean, he has been hampered in that backfield all night long. 2nd down and 10 from inside the 10-yard line. Jones
can't put his hand down in the daggum dirt.
Tip ball at the line of scrimmage, and the receiver comes back trying to make a catch. It's incomplete, but
can you go from standing up into a three-point stance at receiver?
No, the crowd reacted to that because Amari Jones gave a hard count, and if you know anything about football, you know the quarterback sometimes will try to draw the defensive line off sides with a hard count. Well, that time he got his own receiver to move, and the officials didn't see it, but everybody on this sideline saw it.
He had to see it. He went down, he's standing in his ready stance, and had to put his hand on the ground before he fell over.
3rd down play, 3rd down and 10 for Bradford County. Jones calls for the ball, looks across the middle. He's going to sling one down there, and it's going to be incomplete. He had a receiver down around the 15-yard line. Good coverage by the Wildcats again, and they're going to have to punt it away.
Wildcat defense doing exactly what they're supposed to do, Mike, just not allowing Jones to do anything down there. Cam Smith's going to go back and get another opportunity. This may be, listen, he's run the ball very well tonight, but this may be where he's been the most dangerous. Back there returning kicks and punts for us.
4:40 to go here in the 3rd quarter on opening night, 2021, high school football here in the state of Florida. Very interested to hear some of the other scores from around the area. I talked to my buddy Mike Rogers earlier. Mike's got a nephew playing for Bishop Kenny, and he's having an outstanding night. I know Bishop Kenny was winning their game earlier on. But, Jackie, I got to tell a funny story. I got here early today to set up, as I normally do. You know, you're never here as early as I am.
My goodness.
But I got here early today to set up. I had 2 of these young guys, 2 young kids that came up, and they were asking me what I was doing, and they were all excited because I was going to be on the radio. Well, one of them looked at me, Jackie, and he said, "Who are you voting for in this game, Baker County or Bradford?" And I said, "Well, I'm voting for Baker County." And he laughed, and he said, "Well, we've got a quarterback that's got a Netflix show." And I just asked him, I said, "Well, who won last year?" And he said, "I think Baker won last year." And I said, "I think they're going to win tonight, too." And he just smiled, and we had the best. But I laughed, Jackie, because these young kids, he said, "Who are you voting for?"
It's so funny to watch. We had a couple last week want autographs, Mike, before of the high school guys.
Here we go. Noah Ray is going to fake the handoff inside, and he had a big hole up the middle, but he got stripped around the 15-yard line, and we're going to turn it over. We had another chance, Jackie.
It's really getting out of hand at this point. I mean, that's 3 or 4 fumbles inside the red zone. That's just unacceptable. Absolutely unacceptable by this Wildcat offense.
Well, it gets to the point where you're basically keeping the team in the ballgame. I mean, our defense is playing well enough tonight that I don't know who would score on our defense the way they're playing tonight. But, Jackie, the more chances you give another team and hang around. You know what happens when you let a team hang around.
And not only that, you're wearing your defense out. They literally just got off the field 45 seconds ago, and now they're having to march back out there and do it again.
Yeah, between that last play of our offense and the other play, it was only 12 seconds off the clock. So Amari Jones back on the field. Bradford County is going to run the football straight ahead. And once again, the defense does a good job collapsing at the line of scrimmage.
Camillo slow to get up. Again, just cramping up.
Yeah, well, this is just, as good as the defense has played, Jackie, they've been on the field a long time tonight. And you've still got a whole quarter, almost a quarter and a half.
Yeah, there's 4:12 left in the third quarter. Yeah, you're absolutely right. You got 20 minutes, 16 minutes left to go.
We need to keep an eye on this clock because I'm going to tell you, early in the game, Jackie, he was running more time off the clock, but here in the second half, it looks like he's trying to add time to the clock.
Oh.
Seems like this third quarter has lasted for an hour.
Stark would never do such a thing.
I don't know if the city of Stark would, but that guy running the clock probably would. 4:12 to go, 28-6. We've got an injury timeout on the field. We're going to take a timeout with them. John, we'll take a 1-minute timeout here. You're listening to Baker County Wildcat Football on WFBB.
Baker County Farm Bureau wants to wish the Baker County Wildcats much success this football season. Baker County Farm Bureau, specializing in auto insurance, homeowners insurance, along with life insurance. To get started with Farm Bureau, contact Jack Baker or Justin Webb at 259-6332. That's 259-6332. Have you ever thought about cleaning out your garage or wonder what you need to do with all those aluminum cans or scrap metal you've got laying around in the backyard? Well, look no further. You just need to load it up and head to American Recycling. Tim Hughes owns and operates American Recycling on Woodlawn Road in McClenny, Florida. They're open Monday through Friday, 9 a.m. to 5 p.m., and on the second and fourth Saturdays of every month from 9 a.m. to noon. Stop by and see Tim and maybe even cash in on that stuff you've got laying around. Tim and American Recycling say, go Wildcat.
And we welcome you back here to Bradford County High School on the campus of Bradford High School over here. And
get him out of here. That's right. Oh, sorry.
Yeah,
back on the air.
Yeah, we're on the air. Bradford County High School started tonight's ball game between the Wildcats of Baker County and the Bradford County Tornadoes. And what Jackie was referring to is Bradford just ran the ball as we were coming back from timeout for a first down, but after the play, one of their guys took a shot at Orlando Holland, and then he just kept on, and finally we're going to get some flags here. And unfortunately, Jackie, what's probably going to happen here is they're going to call offsetting, but we'll see.
I don't think they are, because when he threw it, Mike, the referee was giving him the opportunity just to get back in the huddle. Okay. The Bradford player took his helmet off and threw it to the ground for absolutely no reason, and that's when the flag came out. So I think they may throw him out of the game.
Well, the one thing that happens, and it frustrates guys sometimes, and you'll see this more and more. I'm gonna make next week as we start talking about college football, Jackie. I'm gonna tell you there's some things that are gonna happen that are gonna kind of change things. But the more and more you hear people tell you how good you are, you believe that. Then you get on the field and you think that you just have to go out there and you're going to win games. Well, it's not like that. Football is a man's game. You got to get out there and go toe-to-toe with the other guy all night long. And let's just be honest, man. Baker County has been the man tonight.
Well, yeah, and that's what got 54 frustrated, the player for Bradford County there. Orlando Holland's been the man and has whipped him the majority of the night. And he can't do it up front, so he's having to take a cheap shot.
Jones drops straight back to throw. He's going to fire one out in the flat. And again, look at that number that harassed him and put him down after the play. Orlando Holland back there gives Amari Jones a shot as he throws the football.
Yeah, number 13, Orlando Holland. My goodness, have yourself a game, kid. And we called it earlier. Amari Jones he can watch his Netflix show all he wants to. He's going to see Orlando Holland all night long when he closes his eyes.
Well, it makes you wonder if he might want to go back to Georgia. He might say, "Man, Florida, I don't like Florida."
They had this nice turf field down there, and I thought these guys were something.
3:30 to go in the third quarter. Jones calls for the snap. They're going to try to run the football this time, and the Wildcat defense does nothing doing. I got to tell you, you got to just tip your cap to the job that this Wildcat defense has done tonight. They have given up exactly one touchdown drive all night long, and it was the second possession of the ball game. Since that time, if we had Justin Thomas here as stat keeper, I'm going to tell you, Bradford doesn't have very many yards.
No, and listen, even on that touchdown drive, Mike, you remember it. It was about a 23-yard run by the Bradford running back after we had him stopped in the backfield. So, I mean, even on that play, we had defenders in where they were supposed to be, just couldn't wrap up and bring him down. He was able to bounce off and scurry for the score.
Yeah, well, just to kind of recap things, the defense kind of set the tone from the very beginning. First play of the ball game, Bradford County runs off tackle. They're met in the hole. Toby Kinghorn forces a fumble. We take it. We go get a field goal, 3-0 on that. The very first play of the ball game was a turnover. So that was our defense kind of setting the tone for the way that they've played all night tonight. And they've done an outstanding job. Now let's see if we can get them off the field on third down. Third down and 11. Amari Jones stands back in the shotgun. 2 receivers left, 2 to the right. Wildcats show blitz again. Third down. Snap back. He's going to fire one out to the left side, and the receiver has no chance to make that catch. They just tried to throw it out here in the flat, and Jones threw it too hard. And he's frustrated.
Yeah, he's limping off the field too. He took a hard shot by Orlando Holland 2 plays ago and got up kind of slowly, and he may have zipped that one out that fast on purpose. So let me get to the sideline. My goodness, get special teams out here. I'm tired of getting hit.
3 minutes to go in the ball game. The Wildcats once again are going to get outstanding field position. Our punt returner stands inside midfield in Bradford County territory. It may look like an ordinary score that's on the scoreboard, but that 28 points we've got is nowhere near ordinary. End-over-end kick coming out of there. We're going to take it right at midfield. Return man back to the 45 to the 40. Down to the 35 to the 30. J-Mod Ruiz again all the way inside the 25-yard line. A great return by Ruiz, and the Cats once again have great field position. We got to capitalize on this field position.
We have lived on the Bradford side of the field tonight. I mean, the starting field position, I would venture to say it's got to be the Bradford 40-yard line at least.
Yeah, and that 28 points I was talking about, unorthodox, you've got 28 points. That's made up of 3 touchdowns, 1 field goal, and 2 safeties. So all the chances that we've had, and we'll have to document this on our coaches show Monday night, but all the chances we've had tonight, Jackie, we could, and I'm not exaggerating, we could easily have well over 40 points.
Oh, we should have. I mean, we should have. It seems like all 3 of our turnovers tonight have come in the red zone.
Well, they have. They have. Timeout for Bradford here with 2:50 to go in the third quarter. Wildcats going to take over 1st and 10 from the Bradford County 23 after a good punt return by J-Mod Ruiz. I'll tell you, the one thing I like about what we're doing on punt returns, even when they kick a low line drive that rolls back, we're still staying back in center field making the return. There's a lot of times when you watch high school football where that guy will just watch that ball and let it roll.
Yep.
And we're not doing that. And that's coaching. And that's one good change that I can tell you that I've seen, because I've seen Baker County teams in the past where we'll let the ball roll, and that's frustrating.
Last year, I can recall a bunch last year where we let it hit and bounce on opportunities where we had to catch those punts. And you're right, tonight we haven't let one roll. High ones we're catching, we're getting up under them. Low line drives, we're stopping them, scooping them up, and running them, and it's been a world of difference.
I used to ask Bobby Johns about that because he would send a guy back like 70 yards. Come up and field the punt. Here we go. First down and 10. Cats have the ball inside the 25 of Bradford County. Ahead 28-6 as we wind down this third quarter. Seems to be lasting forever. We're going to toss it left side. That's going to be a fumble. That's a backward pass. And they have not – did they blow it dead? They're calling it incomplete, but, Jackie, that was a backward pass.
I was doing Bradford. I mean, we recovered it, so let's be clear there.
Yeah.
But Bradford brought pressure right up the middle, and Noah Ray had to get rid of that one a lot faster than he wanted to and threw it out there to Cam Smith, and I'm with you. I thought it was backwards as well.
Well, it's a good thing that they can't argue since we recovered. But either way, second down and 10. Second down and 10. Ray in the shotgun. Going to throw. He just sets up the screen pass, and he overthrows Jamarian Baker. He was under heavy pressure back there, but he threw it 5 yards past Jamarian Baker. That's just timing, and they got to get that worked out.
They'll work it out. You're going to be under heavy pressure on a screen pass, and he knows that. He's completed a few of them last week and this week, and that time took a shot to play before, and that one just let sail because it was open. Jamarian Baker had blockers out in front, and not many Bradford County defenders.
Well, and the worst thing that's happening here, Jackie, in a game that really, the first half kind of sailed by, but now as we've gotten into the third quarter, two incompletions in a row, and that stops the clock 2 times in a row. So we took the ball with 2:40 on the clock. There's still 2:28 to go in the third quarter, and I'm telling you, if you've ever been in a quarter that seems like it'll never end, this is one of them.
No doubt. No doubt. Everybody's just cramping up. You call it. It's just been a long quarter at Bradford County. When you come out and decide you want to throw as many times as they have and can't complete them, the clock just doesn't move. Wildcats came out of the half, if I recall, when we came out, Mike, I believe there was only 8. After our opening drive in the third quarter, there was only 8 minutes and something left in the quarter.
Yeah.
And then it has just come to an absolute standstill.
I'm telling you. I'm in agreement with you. One of the Bradford County guys, he's got a real bad case of the cramps. I'm telling you, his left side, he's going to have to be helped off with the training staff here, but luckily, looks like, you can just see it as he's walking. All right, so reset the game here. 2:28 to go, third quarter. The Cats on top, 28-6. Cats with the football, third down and 10 at the Bradford County 23-yard line. Noah Ray in the shotgun. Ray drops straight back, fires one across the middle. It's going to be intercepted. No, almost intercepted at the 1-yard line. He was trying to hit the receiver, but there was a lot of tornadoes back there around the goal line. It'll be fourth down.
Yeah, and I don't know if the red jersey maybe blended in with the end zone there or the pad on the goalpost.
Fourth down. The Cats are still on the field with the offense. From here, it would be about a 40-yard field goal. 2:02 to go, third quarter. Fourth down play coming up. Noah Ray in the shotgun. Takes the snap. Ray straight back to drop. They set up the screen pass again, and again, just overthrown out of the hands of Jamarian Baker. So Bradford County, even though the Wildcats had great field position, we don't gain a yard, and Bradford County will take over right there.
You got to give your man a chance on fourth down. You know what I mean?
Yep.
That time, that was the same, very similar to what happened on second down. Just kind of threw it, put a little too much on it that time, right over Jamarian Baker's head, and the Wildcats are going to give up the ball on downs and put this defense back on the field.
Jackie, we took possession of that ball with 2 minutes and 40 seconds on the clock. After 4 plays, there's 1:54 on the clock, so we didn't run much clock that time. New quarterback is in the game. Again, for Bradford County, Amari Jones has not returned. Number 6 for Bradford County is back out there. He's going to fire one to the right side. He's got a catch made over there on the far sideline, and the receiver turns upfield, and he's going to get out across the 40-yard line on a nice gain that time. Number 6 is Dejon Shanks, the new quarterback that checked in. He checked into the first half for one series, but Amari Jones came back. Let's see if Shanks stays in the game. That play went out to the 40-yard line, a 17-yard gain on first down for Bradford County. 1:39 and ticking here in the third quarter. Shanks stays in the game. 2 receivers left, 2 to the right, 1 back in the backfield. Call for the snap. The receiver again moved early and no call. Camilo Rollins body slam.
Oh, that's not a penalty.
Camilo Rollins body slammed the running back, and they're going to throw a flag after the play here.
That's not a penalty, Mike. It looked bad, but that's not a penalty.
It's just a football play. He picked him up, he body slammed him to the ground, and they're calling a personal foul against Camilo Rollins. You have to ask why. What was the personal foul?
That's not. I mean, if it was after the whistle, that's one thing, but it wasn't after the whistle. He was on the ground when the whistle was blown.
Oh, that's frustrating.
Here's what I get worried about in a game like this, and we've seen it a little bit. 28-6, Wildcats have basically manhandled this Bradford County team.
That's right.
Since halfway through the first quarter, and now it's getting a little chippy out there.
Well, yeah, you don't want to see anybody get thrown out of the game, but you also don't want to see Bradford County come back in this ball game. And they've got a little bit of momentum now as they swing a pass to the right side, and he runs all the way down to the 33. Another 17-yard pass play for Bradford County. So they take away the run stop that we had. Camilo Rollins came in, made a good play, stopped the running back in the backfield, slammed him to the ground, got a personal foul called on him, and then they move it out to the midfield. They come back with a 17-yard play down the field to the 33. So the Wildcats are ahead by 3 touchdowns, but like you say, you know, game gets a little chippy, you get a little momentum on that side, and we've shown that we've got some trouble when we get inside the red zone punching it in, so you don't want to let a team hang around and get back in this game.
I think what Coach Canada, he runs out on the field. We got a Wildcat defender down, and I think Coach Canada is saying, listen, you got to call the chop block down there. They're killing him. Had a guy up top and one dove right at his legs. You got to protect my guys, too.
And hopefully he's asking why they called a personal foul on Rollins. I'd like to get an explanation on that one as well. The ball is marked at the 35-yard line. One of the Wildcats down on the field being tended to. We're going to take a timeout here. 1:09 to go, third quarter. Let's take a 30-second timeout. You're listening to Wildcat Football on WFBB.
We all make choices about alcohol. Kids make choices whether to drink or not.
Bye, Dad. Remember, I'm going to Alex's party tonight and sleeping over.
Hey, remind me about that party again?
And adults make choices whether to talk about it. That's true of parents and every other trusted adult in a kid's life. Kids want to know our expectations, and they want honest answers in everyday conversations. So talk with your kids and help lead them on a positive path, because when you talk, they hear you. Learn more at underagedrinking.samhsa.gov.
And we welcome you back here to Bradford County, Florida. One of the Wildcats being helped up now after the play there. That's big number 99 for the Wildcats. Big number 99 is Yamon Gibson. And Yamon is going to get to the sideline here in just a moment. But 1:09 to go in the ball game. The Cats on top 28-6, but Bradford County trying to mount a little comeback. They've got a little momentum on their side right now, and they've gotten a couple of first downs on this drive, one of them aided by a personal foul call against the Wildcats. But when they line it up here, it'll be first down and 10 for Bradford from the Wildcat 35-yard line. They trail the Cats 28-6.
Yeah, not much doing for this Bradford County Tornado offense.
Yamon Gibson, we hope he's going to be okay. as he comes to the sideline here needing help to get off the field. First down play coming up for the Tornadoes. Shanks has taken over at quarterback for Amari Jones. Shanks stands back there. Davon Shanks, only a sophomore for this Bradford County team. Takes the snap, looks downfield, fires one down toward the end zone. It's going to be a catch made and a touchdown. 35 yards on the pass completion. The receiver went high in the air, pulled it in, and Dejon Shanks, the sophomore, has come in for the senior Amari Jones and has led a touchdown drive here for the Tornadoes, who've now cut the lead to 28-12.
And if I'm not mistaken, he threw every pass to number 28. On that drive, and they're making things happen. And you're right, Mike. I mean, you just don't want to let a team back in a ball game because your inability to hang on to the daggum football.
They had an extra point blocked in the first half, so they're going to go for two here to make it a 28-14 game. Shanks keeps the offense on the field as they're going to go for two here, trying to get his personnel lined up right. Shanks goes to the shotgun. Three receivers set to the right. One back in the backfield. Shanks calls for the ball. They move. They move. The running back moved, and that's going to back them up 5 yards. And really, they've had movement all night.
That's all night. I cannot believe we've not seen that called. They called it against us.
Yeah. They moved the ball back to the 7-yard line after the 5-yard penalty. They're going for two from the 7. Shanks takes the snap, rolls to his right, looking to throw. He's under pressure. It's going to be intercepted in the end zone. The Wildcats are going to run it out of the end zone, and it'll be a dead ball. But we stop them on the 2-point play, but it's a 28-12 game after Bradford County scores a touchdown. And, Jackie, we're still in the third quarter.
I mean, can we forfeit down here to get this thing, to get the third quarter over with? Let us get some Gatorade, man.
I'm telling you. I'll tell you, we ended the first half, just so you know, we ended the first half at 8:38. It's now 9:49. So this third quarter and halftime has taken over an hour and 20 minutes to play. It didn't even take us an hour and 20 minutes to play the whole first half. And I'll tell you, they line up like they're going to onside kick here. They tried that pooch when they started the second half, so we'll see if they try a little pooch kick over to the right side this time. The kicker's trying to get the crowd fired up. I'm not sure what his hand gestures meant. Kicker approaches the football. He's going to kick one high to the right side. Fair catch is called for by the Cats, and we'll take it at the 37-yard line.
Good play by Jamari and Baker that time. I tell you, we used to run that back in the day, man. When I was in high school, Coach Carl West, we put Brian Page out on the very far outside, and that dude could get up there on that pooch, and he'd jump up and just take it from you.
Wildcats will have the football, first down and 10 from our own 37-yard line. 52 seconds left to go in the third quarter. Wildcats send the offense back out onto the football field here. Now the one thing, you know, it's a two-possession game again, and you just want to avoid doing anything that's going to give Bradford any more momentum. They gained a little momentum on that last touchdown drive. We want to keep the momentum on our sideline. First down play, Wildcats going to run the football, and we go straight ahead, and that's a good way to do it. On first down, you just pick up 10 yards. Cam Smith straight up the middle, getting 9 yards on the play. Clock's still running. It'll be 2nd and 1. From the 46-yard line, clock at 30 seconds here in the third quarter. If we run it again, this might be the last play of the third quarter.
Like I'm stuck in Groundhog Day.
Wildcats try to run the football. Ray's going to toss it out to the left side. The Cats will pick up a first down at midfield. That time, not a bad job on the read play by Noah Ray as he pulled it from Cam Smith at the last moment. Toss sweep to the left side. We go out of bounds right at midfield. It'll be first down Cats there.
I was going to give a first down.
They're going to run the clock now, so that should end the third quarter because we don't need to get in any hurt.
Nah.
Really
not here.
No need. That'll end the third quarter. The Cats 28, Bradford County 12. The Cats have the ball at midfield when we come back. We'll take a 2-minute timeout. You're listening to Wildcat Football on WFBB.
For over 50 years, Dependable Heating and Air Conditioning has been serving the community of McClenny. They provide quality air conditioning, HVAC, and electrical work to the residents of McClenny and the surrounding areas. The phone number for Dependable Heating and Air Conditioning is 259-6546. Oscar and Susie Gray would like to say, go Wildcats. Again, that's Dependable Heating and Air Conditioning, 259-6546.
Dual State Real Estate is a proud supporter of Wildcat football. We offer home and land sales as well as property management in Florida and Georgia. Come in for a free consultation and we'll show you how to get up to 16% more for your property. Mention this ad and we'll give you free buyer representation. Don't hesitate. Call Dual State, owned and operated by Sabrina Thrift. Call us today at 904-397-0263 or check us out at dualstaterealestate.com. We'll give you service you deserve from people you can trust. And at Dual State Real Estate, we are always Wildcat proud.
Since 1981, Higginbotham's Towing and Recovery has been serving the community of Baker County, providing safe and reliable towing needs. If you need a car or truck towed or even a shed in your backyard, Higginbotham's is a place to call. Located in Glen St. Mary, they are available 24 hours, 7 days a week. 259-4375. That's 259-4375. The Higginbotham family is so excited to be a proud supporter of Wildcat football.
Well, we're starting the fourth quarter here from Bradford County High School. Bradford County hosting the Wildcats tonight. First game of the 2021 high school football season. The Wildcats try to run one with Jamarian Baker to open up the fourth quarter. And we're going to get hit in the backfield and lose a few yards. So it'll be second down and 14 from the 46-yard line. Cam Smith goes in motion. Noah Ray fakes it to Smith and keeps it himself, runs ahead across midfield and into Bradford County territory, a gain of about 8 yards on the play, maybe 7. It'll bring up third down and call it 7.
Good run that time by Noah Ray and tucked that football tight after he broke the line of scrimmage that time.
Wildcats face a third down. We're trying to go fast again here. Ray looks to the sideline. 11 minutes to go in the ball game. Cats with a 28-12 lead over the Tornadoes. Bradford County's got to be thinking, if we can get a stop here and get the ball back. Pass out to the left side is going to be incomplete. That'll stop the clock and force a punt.
Oh, man.
We've done that too many times tonight, and now Bradford County's going to get the football back. The last time they had the football, they went down the field and got a touchdown. That was their first score since the second possession of the ball game. So Bradford County probably feeling like they've got a little momentum on the offensive side of the ball. Wildcats will punt it away from right at midfield. The punter stands back there, scoops up the snap, kicks a spiral punt that's going to come down around the 20 and take a Wildcat roll all the way down inside around the 15-yard line. That's where Bradford will start at first down and 10.
Good punt that time. Rolled it to him back there, gave him a ground ball at his shoelaces. Bill Jones able to pick it up and get it off. Penn and Bradford, their 16-yard line here, and like you said, that offense, Shanks and that offense were able to move the ball effectively.
Yeah, the last time they had it, I mean, they completed some passes with Shanks at quarterback the last time they had it. Went down, threw a good touchdown pass, so Shanks is going to stay in the game. He's a sophomore quarterback. Amari Jones has not seen the field again since that previous possession, so Shanks is in there, quarterback, first and 10 from the 15-yard line. Shanks calls for the ball. They're going to run the ball off left tackle. Wildcats do a good job closing the gap. He might have picked up 2 yards. It'll be second down and 8.
Yeah, 2 yards on that first down play. And again, one of the Wildcats slow to get up, man. That defense, they have been beat up all night. Just on the field, Mike. Seems like forever.
Yeah, this is where you hope that, you know, as good as we played all night long on defense, you hope that defense can stick around in there for one more quarter. Second down and 8. Shanks takes the snap. Straight drop. He's under pressure. Rolls to his right. Shanks has got some room to run. He's on his feet, out across the 20 to the 30, out across the 35, and he's going to be hit down around the 36-yard line. That was all Dejon Shanks as he just scrambled out of trouble and gets a first down for the Tornadoes.
Yeah, the Wildcats brought the house that time. We were able to put pressure in his face. But Shanks escapes to the outside and picks up big yardage there, picks up a first down.
Under 10 minutes to go in the ball game. Bradford County trailing 28-12 against the Wildcats here, but Bradford first and 10 from their own 36-yard line. Shanks in the gun, takes the snap, gives off to the running back, and he's going to fight his way ahead to the 38-yard line. Maybe another gain of 2, maybe 3. Short gain, though, for Bradford County. The good news for us is that clock runs.
Yeah, and I tell you, they've had 28 running the ball a lot tonight, Mike, and they put him out of the wide receiver spot, and it's kind of sparked this offense a little bit for Bradford County. Like I talked about before the last series, I think he made every reception.
Second down play now, second down and 7. Bradford County at the 40-yard line. Fakes the handoff in the backfield. He's under pressure again. Shanks is going to fire this one over here. Catch is made. Number 13 for the Bradford County Tornadoes. That's Jeremiah Crum, but a flag is down on the field, and he was short of the first down.
It's going to be a legal man downfield, Mike. Offensive lineman ran down to about the 45-yard line. That's what happens on those read plays. You got to get rid of it quick.
Yeah, you called it. The official just signaled a legal man downfield, so that's going to wipe out a 6-yard gain for Bradford County. It would have been third down and short, but now if the Wildcats accept the penalty, which they will, it'll back them up. I don't know.
It was a good call.
Well, it was.
When they go our way, they're always good calls.
It was the right call. They'll move the ball back to the 32.5-yard line. So instead of third and 2, it'll be second down and 12. 8:50 to go in the ball game. The clock should run, and the clock will run. Second down. Shanks in the backfield. Calls for the snap. Looks down the field. He's going to, he thought about throwing it. Now he's going to run. He's out across the 40-yard line and out to the 42-yard line. Shanks picked up about 10 yards on the play. He's going to bring up a third down and 2.
And Shanks, he's just sending everybody down the field, and as soon as he sees a crease, he's ready to take off. And it's got this Wildcat defense just gassed out here as Camilla Rollins comes off to catch a breather, and Jamarian Baker checks in.
Baker checks in for Rollins here in the middle of that defense. It'll be third down, a long 2. Snap back to Shanks. He's in the shotgun, looks down the middle, and he's going to fire an incompletion. He threw it behind the receiver. Cats had good coverage there, and it's going to force them into a decision here. They need almost 3 yards, and it's fourth down.
Yep, 4th and 3 on their side of the 50-yard line here.
Huge opportunity for the defense here.
7:57 left in the ball game. I thought we were going to get a pick on the tip drill again there, Mike.
It was close. He threw it behind him, and the ball kind of fluttered in the air. But, Jackie, huge play for the defense here. 4th and 3. If we can stop here, we can get them off the field and run some of this clock. Shanks in the shotgun, takes the snap, looks to throw. He's going to be flushed. He's going to run it himself. He's going to get the first down. As he goes out of bounds up around the 48-yard line, he's going to get the first down almost to midfield.
And I think everybody in the stadium knew what was going to happen there. Shanks looks much more comfortable on his feet.
Yeah, they gave him the 50-yard line, so they're right at midfield now. He went out of bounds across the way. Now the clock will run. 7:49 and counting.
Well, we got 10 out there, I think.
Count them. 4, 5, 6. First and 10 from midfield. Shanks takes the snap, pump fake at the line of scrimmage. Now he looks to throw the ball. He fires it down the middle, and he's got a receiver, and a catch is made. And the same guy you talked about, number 28, Cortez, the running back from earlier, he's going out for passes now, and he catches that one for 18 yards down to the 32-yard line.
Oh, my goodness, Mike. And Shanks, again, just moving the ball down the field.
Bradford County moving slow here. 7.5 minutes to go in the ball game. Clock running. First down and 10 from the Wildcat 32. Shanks straight drop. He fires one down the left sideline. It's going to be picked off by the Wildcat.
What a great play by Jamil Jones.
Jamil Jones was down there, makes the interception in front of the receiver. And that is a big turnover for this Cat defense. They needed a play, Jackie, and they got one.
What a great play. We just talked about him, Mike, in the third quarter, how we haven't said his name a whole lot, and that's because it's what he's been doing all night, just blanketing those outside receivers. Shanks throws up a jump ball, and Jamil Jones climbs the ladder and picks that one off. Great play that time.
Yeah, you know Shanks wishes he had that one back. The receiver wasn't open, but he could have led him a little bit further with the football. Good job by Jones staying back there, making the interception. The Cats have gotten 5 turnovers against this Bradford County offense tonight, but this one's inside the 10, so we're going to need to get a little forward momentum here and get this ball out of the shadow of the end zone. First down and 10. Noah Ray in there at quarterback, going to hand the ball off, and a good run this time by Jamarian Baker, as Jamarian Baker is going to carry guys all the way out to the 18-yard line. Good run.
A great run by Jamarian Baker. I thought they stopped him after about 2 or 3 yards, and he just kept driving his legs there, and he's going to pick up.
But he's going to get the first down, so they stopped the clock. Down. Yeah. Now, I know that our offensive philosophy is to go fast, but here you're picking up first downs. You want to run some of this clock. It's almost like I've got one of those parrots on my shoulder.
I think it's twofold, though, Mike. You're right. You want to run, you're up 2 possessions here, run some time off the clock, but as gassed as our defense is, Bradford's just as gassed if you can go quick and pick up chunk yardage.
First down carry. Again, the Wildcats this time will run some clock because we're only going to pick up a yard, maybe 2. It'll be second down and 8. We just try to run the middle there as the clock runs down to 6:40. Our Wildcat fans are recognizing what we saw in the third quarter. They just stopped the clock. Under 6.5 to go. Second down 9. The Cats with the ball. Noah Ray in the shotgun. 2 receivers to the right. He's got 2 backs in the backfield with him. We're going to run the play clock this time. It's under 15 to go on the play clock here, but Noah Ray going to let some time run. And now Ray calls for the snap. Going to hand the ball off running left side, and we're hitting the backfield. Cam Smith breaks a tackle, but can't get out of the arms of the Bradford defenders. This is going to bring up a third down.
Like I said, I kind of 6 one way, half a dozen the other, you know what I mean? As much as you sit there and try to run time off the clock, you're giving that defense a chance to catch their breath out there on this hot, humid night.
Yeah, you give them a chance, but, you're running down toward the end of the ball game. It's all about game management at this point, Jackie. You got a 2-touchdown lead. Who can manage the game better here as we close this thing out and win the ball game? Third down play. Ray looks back. He's going to fake the run. Now he's going to come back to the right side, and he's going to be tackled in the backfield for a loss. I'm not sure exactly what that was. Ray kind of faked like he was going to run, and then he pulled it back like he was going to throw. And Bradford's going to call a timeout with 5:08 to go.
Timeout on the field. Timeout Bradford.
5:08 to go in the ball game. The Cats clinging to a 28-12 lead over the Bradford Tornadoes. And with that timeout, we'll take a 30-second timeout with them. You're listening to Wildcat Football on WFBB.
Stay home. 2 words that everyone's saying these days. At Hometown Home Health, you can receive nursing and therapy services in the comfort of your own home. These services are covered by Medicare as well as most major insurance companies. Hometown Home Health has a true commitment to their community and is the only home health agency located in our hometown. It's your choice, so choose Hometown Home Health. Maddie and Kristen say, go Wildcats.
Baker Rural Health Clinic in McClenny serves the community with clinical care at a discounted rate. If you're uninsured, income-based payment considerations will be made. If cost stands between you and a healthcare solution, Baker Rural Health Clinic can help. For more information, visit bakerrhc.org. That's bakerrhc.org. Baker Rural Health Clinic. We treat you like family. Walk-ins welcome.
You're listening to Wildcat Football on 97.5 FM WFBB. This radio station is a ministry of Glen Baptist Church in Glen, St. Mary, Florida. We're blessed to air Baker County Wildcat Football live each week, and it's our hope that you enjoy the program. We know that life is busy, work, school, football, running errands around, but in the midst of the busyness, we all need a church home that brings the stability upon which you can build your life. If you're looking for a church home where you can grow in Christ and community, we would love to invite you to worship with us every Sunday morning at 10:30 a.m. Check us out on our website at glenbaptist.org or on Facebook, where you can access church info and content and even watch worship services. At Glen, you get dynamic music, gospel-centered expository preaching, and a wonderful faith community. Come grow with us.
And we welcome you back to Bradford County High School, and a wild turn of events while we were away on commercial timeout. The Wildcats went back to punt, and once again, we had a bad snap to the punter, kind of rolled back there. We got it blocked. Bradford County had it set up first and goal from the 1-yard line. Shanks took it in, and now it's a 28-18 game as Bradford County scored the touchdown. They're going for 2. Shanks drops the snap. He's going to be pressured on the snap, and he's going to go down. That's a huge play for this defense because it keeps it a 2-possession ball game, 28-18 instead of 28-20. Now, Bradford County would have to score twice, but you know they're going to come out with an onside kick here with 4:55 to go. And ever since Shanks has come in this game to take over for Amari Jones, Jackie, Bradford County has the momentum, and that blocked punt was a huge help.
Oh, there's no doubt about it. Now that we stopped them there, I mean, I guess it is what it is, but I was kind of like what you talked about earlier. Maybe we should have just threw it out the back of the end zone. Live to fight another day there, but big stop there on the 2-point conversion does leave it a 10-point game, so a 2-possession game here. Wildcat offense, we got to find something. We got to get something going here.
Well, I tell you what, 28-18, and I said a moment ago the Wildcats were clinging to the lead. Well, we're definitely clinging. And, Jackie, we need something good to happen here toward the end of this ball game. There's only 4:55 to go in the game, and the Wildcats do have a 10-point lead, but we talked about it in the first half. All the opportunities the Wildcats have had tonight, you cannot let a team hang around. And they're going to onside kick coming from the left hash here at the 40-yard line. The kicker's got it teed up. The Cats have some good hands, fellas, along the line. We just need to get possession of this kick and run some of this clock and get out of here with a win. Cats still ahead by 10. High kick. They're going to call offsides against Bradford County.
We want to decline and take her out of there.
Well, that brings up an interesting rule. You know, you would think that as a offensive team, you'd like to do that, but they won't let the receiving team decline that penalty It's an automatic enforcement on the offsides. It's a dead ball as soon as he crosses that line. So they'll enforce it. You know, a long time ago, and if you ever talk to Kyle Davis, he'll probably tell you this. We played against Lee High School over there. They onside kick that we recovered. They were offside. They got to do it again. They recovered and go down and score the game-winning touchdown. And I tell you, it's one of those rules you should be able to decline the offside penalty, but you can't do it. Can't do it. So they'll line it up to kick again. 5 yards back to the 35-yard line. 4:55 still on the clock. They weren't doing an onside kick. They're just kind of pooching it up in the air. Cats will call for the catch, and they'll take it at the 30-yard line. Coming back up the field to the 45 to 50. We're going to get a flag down behind the play, and Bradford's getting all the breaks. Bradford's getting all the breaks, Jackie. They're going to call a block in the back on the Cats, and we would have had it with DeHaven Clark's return. We would have had it into Bradford County territory, but the block in the back is going to come from around the 38. They'll mark it 10 yards back, so we're going to be all the way back around the 28-yard line.
I like it, Mike. Just more opportunity to run more clock here, but you got to pick up first downs. I mean, that's the key. I told you a minute ago I was 7 or 8 minutes. I'm trying to pick up first down.
Well, here's where those blocks in the back will kill you. I tell you, DeHaven Clark had that ball all the way to the 47 of Bradford County. Well, after the penalty, it goes back to the 28. So that's a 30-yard penalty. 30 yards in field position.
You know, we got Davion Dean coming into the game here, Mike. Probably going to get a heavy dose of Davion Dean's legs right here.
1st and 10. 4:46 on the clock. Cats are up by 10. Davion Dean, the sophomore, number 17. And we don't have the right personnel in, and we've got to call timeout. Oh. And I said sophomore. I'm sorry. Davion Dean, the freshman.
Yeah.
Freshman. Jackie, the third quarter wouldn't end. The fourth quarter now has come to a halt here at 4:46 to go in the game, and the Cats had to call timeout. We couldn't get the right personnel on the field. So, for all the good things, and this is where it's one of those things where if you're sitting at home listening to the radio crew, the last thing that I want to do is have you thinking that we're talking negatively, because that's not the case. But in a football game, for all the opportunities the Cats have had in this football game, it shouldn't even be close. And here we are, a 10-point game.
No, yeah, absolutely. I mean, we have totally been in control of this game all night long, and that's the frustrating part. As much as we were in control, we could never really put it away all the way.
Davion Dean, the freshman quarterback, in there, and he's going to run the football. He's ahead across the 30. Davion Dean takes it across the 35 before he's tackled out there. A good run by Davion Dean for 7 yards on first down.
Yeah. Good job that time by Davion Dean. You got two freshmen back there, Davion Dean, Kanias Williams in the ball game. Those two guys played on this field last night, right? But they're fresh here in the fourth quarter of this varsity game. And so with 4:20 to go in the fourth quarter and counting, you're going to get a heavy dose of some fresh legs here. Just got to hang on to the football.
Kevin Mays electing to run a little clock here, running up around 4 minutes to go in the game. Dean calls for the snap. Run the ball straight ahead. Wildcats going to pick up a yard, maybe 2 yards. It's going to be 3rd down and 1. Huge 3rd down upcoming for this Cat offense.
Yeah, this is a big 3rd down play. 3:50 and clock still running here. Wildcats up 28-18. So a two-possession ball game, but you don't want to give it up yet.
Cats will come back in the huddle here. Plenty of time on the play clock, and the clock's running on the game clock. So under 3.5 minutes to go in the ball game. Davion Dean, the freshman quarterback, in the ball game. 3rd down and 1. 3rd down and 1. Dean calls for the snap, going to keep it himself, and Dean's going to run for the first down. He extends the ball out there. You want to hang on to that thing, Davion, but he extends the ball out to the 39-yard line, and that's a first down for the Cats.
Great play by Davion Dean that time. Just does it himself. That's a freshman, Mike. Freshman coming into the game. Picks up a huge first down for this Baker County Wildcat offense.
And this is where I know the Bradford County guys aren't doing it on purpose, but this is where you're going to get one of these official timeouts because the player, has got some cramping here late toward the end of the ball game. But what this does is it stymies the Wildcat offense momentum, and it stops that clock from running. So hopefully, after the player comes off the field, which he does now, he wasn't down there for long. You hope that they get the ball set and the referee starts to run the clock, because now that the ball's set and everything's going, the referee should already be winding the clock. Winds the clock now. First down and 10 Cats from the 39-yard line. Davion Dean stays in there, freshman quarterback, takes the snap. He didn't have anybody to hand it to, so he keeps it himself and runs it out across the 41. Just a little mix-up in the backfield that time. He went to the right. There was nobody there. So Dean runs it himself out across the 42 to the 43-yard line, almost a 4-yard gain.
Yeah, just hang on to the football. Davion Dean, big, strong kid. Just hang on to the football right here and take us to the promised land. 2:45 and counting. Wildcats up 28-18.
Yeah, no need to get in a hurry. You got 20 seconds left on the play clock. You get one more first down, this game is over. And so, no need to rush. Go with about 10 seconds to go on the play clock, and they will. Davion Dean in there. Second down and 6. Dean calls for the snap. Going to take the snap. He's going to run it himself. Dean's going to have it across the 45 and out to the 46-yard line, close to the 47. So the clock's going to continue to run, and we're going to have a third down and 2.
Another third. Go ahead.
No, well, I was just going to say, at this point, your third and 2 is 4-down territory. You get this first down, the game's over.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. That's what I was going to say. Davion Dean here. I don't even know that you give an opportunity to fake this one to Williams. Davion Dean ought to just take this ball and just move the pile here. This is a huge third down. First down here, and the game's over with 1:50 and counting. Wildcats up 28-18.
Good job here running some of this clock by the Wildcats. They're going to hand it to Williams. Williams is going to be straight ahead. He's going to be stopped about a yard short of the first down. And so now you're going to have fourth down and 1. And they're blowing the play dead, so Bradford County must have had one timeout left. They call their timeout here with 1:33. So 10-point lead, 1:33, and I said it was 4-down territory, Jackie, but you just need to punt this away.
Yeah, on your side of the 50, at Bradford's offense, been able to move the ball pretty successfully. But I'll tell you this too, Mike, we did just have a punt block, and we haven't had a clean snap on a punt all night.
Yeah, that's right.
So, I mean, 4th and 2, Davion Dean's been picking up big yardage. That time he handed it to Kanice Williams, who was stymied at the line of scrimmage, but I'm not sure you don't give Davion Dean a chance just to tote this thing and try to pick up 2 hard yards.
Well, they need 2 scores. So you're still up by 10. They need 2 scores to beat you in this football game. So even if you go for it here, you still have a chance up by 10 points. Noah Ray's going to check back into the game here. So 4th down, call it 4th down and 1. Watch for the hard count here, Jackie, to see if we can just get them to jump off sides. Is that what you're thinking?
Yeah.
And they do. They jump off sides. Absolutely.
That's the ball game.
And that'll be the ball game.
He didn't want to call it. Golly.
Well, the guy's waving his arms, trying to hold his balance, and he's over the football. That's offsides all day long. And that's exactly what Coach Mays was trying to do, was call them offsides. They do it, and that's going to seal the game for the Cats.
My goodness.
Oh, man. It shouldn't have been this tough, Jackie.
No, you're right.
Shouldn't have been this tough. 1:33 to go. 1:33 to go in the football game, and
take a knee right here.
You could. As long as they have no timeouts, you could take a knee here and run this clock out. Cats are going to run the football straight ahead and going backwards. Flag coming down on the play. And there's the flag. Finally, their guy picked up our guy and slammed him like Camilo Rollins did earlier, and actually injured our guy here on the play. And that's just amazing that the head referee was standing right there and didn't call it. Had to wait on the line judge to throw the flag over here.
Yeah, I'm not so sure. After that, I'm not so sure you don't just take a knee here.
You have to. You have to just take a knee and run this thing out. I mean, that's about as bad. That's about as bad as sportsmanship and everything else that you can imagine. And I know this is a rivalry game, but as a referee, you have to take control. You got to take control. My goodness. Well, Jackie, you wanted an exciting game to start the season.
They just called offsetting penalty. Wow, unbelievable. As if you wouldn't expect anything else down there.
Wow. You wanted an exciting game to start the season. Well, we've had one.
Yeah, my goodness, what an emotional roller coaster.
Yeah, well, it's not been for the reasons we wanted it to be exciting, I'll tell you that.
No, Wildcats, I mean, completely dominated the first half of play and really even the third quarter.
Oh, yeah.
And then all of a sudden, Shanks comes into the game for Bradford County and puts a little spark into them.
Wildcats will take the snap and take the knee, and we will get out of here with a win tonight. 28-18, the Wildcats win. Jackie, we'll send it back to the station for a quick 1-minute wrap-up, and we'll come back and get this thing out of here. The Cats will go to 1-0 on the season with a 28-18 win against the Bradford County Tornadoes. You're listening to Wildcat Football on WFBB.
Did you know that walking just 10,000 steps a day helps keep you healthy? And it's easy. 20 minutes of grocery shopping is 1,600 steps. Daily housework is 270. Taking a half-hour walk during lunch, around 4,000 steps. You can see how this adds up. 10,000 steps will find you a healthy weight and even reduce your risk of heart disease, diabetes, and stroke. Feeling healthier starts with the first step. A message from the Florida Department of Health.
Hi, this is Larry Birkins of Birkins Chevrolet in McClenny. It is truly an honor to help make these Wildcat radio broadcasts possible. Birkins Chevrolet with sales and service 6 days a week. Cars, trucks, SUVs, certified used cars. We help customers establish or reestablish credit. Thank you, Wildcat fans. From Larry Birkins at Birkins Chevrolet, US 90 in the heart of McClenny.
Online at BirkinsChevy.com.
As a reminder to all the Wildcat fans listening back in Baker County, don't forget, Monday night, 7 o'clock, we'll be down at Sharky's, the restaurant right there on US 90 in McClenny, for the Dependable Heating and Air Conditioning Wildcat Radio Coaches Show. That'll be Monday night, 7 o'clock. Have a chance to sit down and talk to Kevin Mays about this ball game and the upcoming schedule. And, Jackie, one of the things that we really like to do with that Coaches Show is to get some of these players to come down and join us on the Coaches Show. So we're really looking forward to that this year. We want to thank Sharky's Restaurant for letting us come down there and doing this all season long. Every Monday night following a Wildcat football game, we will have that Coaches Show right there at Sharky's Restaurant. So I'm looking forward to it, Jackie. I know you are as well, and looking forward to talking about this game a little bit with Coach Mays, a game that had just about everything in the world that you would want. You know, we've seen safeties in this game. We've seen field goals. We've seen extra points. We've seen touchdowns, big pass plays, big run plays, big return plays on the special teams. But at the end of the day, what really matters is 28-18, the Wildcats get the win, and they go to 1-0 on the season. So lots of time to talk about the ifs and buts and all the things that could have happened in this ball game on Monday night during the Coaches Show, Jackie. But at the end of the day, you want to go 1-0. You want to get that win. The Cats got it. They're 1-0 on the season, and good job for the Cats.
Yeah, to come down here against a tough Bradford County team, a rivalry game right out of the gate, and to do what you did, dominate the whole entire football game. And you called it, a couple things here and there that we're going to have to clean up and fix, and I think Coach Mays knows that, and the team knows that. But I was very happy with the overall performance of this Wildcat team tonight.
Oh, absolutely, and really, I mean, tip your cap to the way that this team played on defense for sure. I mean, we'll get some of those guys to join us down there for the Coaches Show, I'm sure. But Camilo Rollins, Orlando Holland, Toby Kinghorn, Bryce Kazmierzak with a great football game. You know, you can keep calling the guys. Jameel Jones, DeHaven Clark. I mean, They just made some outstanding plays on the defensive side of the ball. On the offensive side of the ball, Jackie, they did get 3 touchdowns, got a field goal from Blake Mays. The offense, we saw some signs. We saw some signs where this offense can really get some things going. You got playmakers, Jamarian Baker, Cam Smith, playmakers on that offensive side of the ball. You saw Davion Dean, a glimpse of the future there, that freshman coming in toward the end of the ball game. A lot of good things that this offense can do, but they're going to have to take advantage of the opportunities we get.
Yep, absolutely. And like you said, Mike, I mean, the defense, goodness gracious, you can't say enough about those guys. Young guys stepping up in roles. You called out a bunch of freshman and sophomore names tonight playing varsity football and doing a good job at it. So
right.
The future is bright for this season and seasons beyond this.
Yeah, for sure. And looking forward to talking about this with the coach on Monday night. I want to thank all the Wildcat fans for staying with us here. It's been pretty late. It's actually almost 10:30 Eastern time, if you can imagine that. Jackie, where's the Wildcats playing tomorrow? The youth Wildcats.
We are in Yulee, Florida, so the big city of Yulee. We're going to go down there, and we're going to take these 6, 8, 10, and 12U junior Wildcats and try to get some victories tomorrow.
I see Ace Baker here wearing his number 10 jersey. He's ready to go tomorrow. So, hey, what do you say, 4 leagues, 6U, 8U, 10U, 12U. So good luck to the junior Wildcats as they travel to Yulee tomorrow. They don't have Derrick Henry down there, do they?
I hope not. I hope they don't have anything in his bloodline down there. We're in trouble.
All right, the Wildcats get the win, 28-18. Want to tip my hat once again to my friend John Meadows back at the studio and Glen Baptist Church for making Wildcat Radio possible. We'll talk to everybody Monday night from Sharky's Restaurant. Talk to you later, everybody. Good night.
Good.